All right, welcome back to Last Second Sports, where we are giving you our take down to the last second. And tonight, you know what it is, open mic. I want to hear from all of you on your 49er thoughts. Tonight, do your best to try to keep it to 5 minutes. I'm going to have the timer up in the corner. I'm going to try to get as many calls in as possible, but I have a hard stop at 12:10 p.m. So that's 2 hours. I'm giving all of you to sound off. Before we get to the callers, link is in the description. It should also be pinned to the top of the chat. Let me say what's up to a few of the people in here real quick. Okay, all right. The after party, yes, it's the after party for sure. Niner takeover in Dallas, let's go. Okay, so this is a big one. Guys, if you are going to the Dallas game, you're going in Dallas, make sure you wear red. Dallas is trying to do a whiteout, so you have to wear red to that game so it shows up in full force on TV, and Dallas knows the 49er fans. Guys, thank you for tuning in. What is up? I will get through your comments as we get through these callers, but we've got to start it off right. My guy, Korean 49er, let me get this banner switched over, and we will get it rocking and rolling. Come on. No, there we go. There it is. All right. Whatever. I'll bring you on anyways. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, Jesse. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. What's big win on Sunday? Unexpected win the way it went down. I know that you were excited. How are you feeling about that game? First of all, did it get you excited? You happy we're in the playoffs? And secondly, how you feeling about Sunday?
Feel good about the game on this past Sunday. It looked like San Francisco South in LA with the amount of red in that stadium. I was like, wow, it's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, it was very impressive.
So for this game against Dallas, I'm optimistic. I think it'll be a close game, about a 4-point game, give or take. I think there's 3 big keys to the game. The first is Jimmy cannot have the turnovers in the game like he did against LA. Second key to me is the line of scrimmage, because they have I know the Cowboys' offensive line isn't what it used to be, but still very good. And I think we need to be able to control their pass rush with our offensive line. And number 3 is the special teams, because I believe CeeDee Lamb is their punt returner, returns their punts. And I know that our punt return coverage hasn't been the best at times. So we need to at least limit any return attempts from CeeDee Lamb.
That's a good one. I don't know if he is. I should probably know that. I'm sure he is. He was last year. That is a big one. I will say this. Special teams to me comes down to a lot of how healthy the Niners have been. You got to remember that every time that they had those injuries, whether it's secondary, what have you, they're pushing guys up the depth chart, which means now these guys that are playing special teams are usually coming over from the practice squad and what have you. So it causes a lot of issues and continuity when it comes to kick coverage. So hopefully with the health that has come the 49ers way, it is actually one of those things where they are better on special teams and they've nipped that in the bud.
Hopefully that's the case. And my concern with Jimmy is he doesn't do his usual, hey, I'm going to throw into triple coverage kind of thing, because I was like, really, Jimmy, just take the sack or get out of the pocket and just throw it away, because you didn't need to do what you did against the Rams twice. And then that near fumble where Tom Compton got it back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are things that are just not needed. He definitely got hit on that one play. But either way, you've got to limit those turnovers. The problem is Dallas creates a lot of turnovers. So Jimmy turns the ball over a lot. Dallas creates a lot of turnovers. We probably can expect at least one, unfortunately, in this game.
Yeah, I believe that to be the case. Hopefully, Kyle in this game doesn't wear out Elijah Mitchell, because we know right around 17 to 18 carries, if he gets any more than that, he couldn't play the next game or two afterwards, and that's hopefully Kyle understands that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is a great comment right here. He says, Arlington Cowboys laugh out loud. They make fun of us for playing in Santa Clara. Yeah, that's true. They don't even play in Dallas. That's very, very true.
Well, the Giants play in New Jersey, and the
True.
Jets.
That's very true. That's a good point. A lot of teams do this.
So,
Edgardo, real quick. I've got, well, if you come back in, I can hold your spot. I've got 3 in front of you. Just a heads up. All right, go ahead, Korean 49er.
so also, I like to see around 150 to 160 rushing yards, because that's going to keep the Cowboys' offense at bay and tire out their defense.
Yeah, they have to, and that's the one thing about the Niners, right? They've been able to run the ball really well. Dallas has not been great at stopping the run. In fact, against a B squad last week, they gave up a ton of rushing yards. So they can be ran on. That's going to be a big key to this game for sure.
Yep. And 2 quick points. Hopefully Mike Miller's family's doing all right with his dad. Hopefully, whatever's going on there, he's doing all right. And living outside Chicago is 41 degrees, so it's actually pretty warm for a winter day up here. But the Chicago Bear fans all want to bring back the Harbaugh era coaching staff to Chicago.
Ooh,
so they want to bring back Harbaugh as the coach, along with Roman as the offensive coordinator and Fangio as the defensive coordinator, which, whatever. That's what they're saying, but can't speak to.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd rather Harbaugh end up in the AFC. Like, let's be clear about that, right? Like, that's number one. Number two, though, is if he's gonna go somewhere, like, keep him out of the division. I don't want him anywhere near the Seattle Seahawks, the Cardinals, any of those teams. Like, keep him out of division. I think Harbaugh is a very good coach, and I don't want any part of him in our division. That's for sure.
Agreed. I mean, when he was coach, he got us 49 wins in 4 seasons when we couldn't play dead.
Yep.
So
you're right about that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So my prediction will be 31 to 27 49ers.
Oh, okay. I have it 31-24 49ers. I'm feeling very confident about this one. I definitely see where Dallas can give the 49ers problems, but I feel very confident about this. Confidence meter is an 8 out of 10. I think the 49ers can go and take care of business. I'm going 31 to, what did I say? 31-24, I think was my final score. So we're very close on that. Very, very close. All right, Korean 49er. Have a good one, brother.
Thank you, Jesse.
Later. All right, I got you in here twice, Tommy Huxley. So I'm going to go with the second one because the first one probably tells me that you had an issue. Tommy, you there?
Yo.
All right, let me get rid of the second one of you. You're in here twice.
Yeah, because I think I lost sound, so I wasn't hearing anything.
Oh, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. All right, yeah, I got you the right one then.
Cool. How you doing,
What's
man?
on your mind, dude? I'm fantastic.
That game was crazy. I almost turned it off.
I think a lot of people almost turned it off, brother.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm like, well, they scored 3. Let's see what we can do. So I'm glad I didn't. But I just think we live like in the Rams' head somehow because they were like second guessing themselves all day, and 11 straight run plays. I thought that was the turning point, honestly. But
yeah, they had a bunch. I mean, dude, there was a lot that that they did that was very questionable. Those third downs were just kind of all over the board. I don't know. I feel like McVay definitely was pressing down the stretch. They talked about how the crowd noise in a home game got in their heads. Like, it was bad for the Rams, but good for the Niners.
Yeah, I think that's bad coaching.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely is. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting a little too excited that we're gonna upset the Cowboys. I mean, the matchup is good, but we've seen the Niners just play some shit games. Excuse my language.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
No, you're
mean,
right.
the Seattle game was horrible, but we always play them bad. I mean, we always start out strong and somehow we end up losing. So
Yeah, no, that's true. Those division games too, it's so tough, right? Because they lost twice to the worst team in the division, and then they beat the best team in the division. It's like division games, like everything goes out the window. So it's like it's hard
Yep,
to take a lot from any of those.
absolutely. I mean, I think that we need to, because the Cardinals actually they beat the Cowboys, so I hope they're studying that film, right? How they beat them.
Yeah, man. They well, the Cardinals, so the film that I would study, I think, is gonna be that Broncos film because the
Okay.
Broncos defense did a really, really good job against them. Really held them in check, didn't let them get much. The Broncos did something special there. So I think I would watch that Bronco film. Now I know that
Okay.
they do a little bit, a little bit different stuff than the 49ers, but there are some things that you can incorporate. What I saw, at least from the little bit I saw, again, I haven't done a full breakdown on it. They did a lot of man, which
Mm-hmm.
the 49ers can definitely do now that they got E-Man and they've got
Mm-hmm.
Ambry Thomas. They can definitely duplicate that.
Definitely they can. What do you think about Diggs? I think if he didn't get all those interceptions, I think he's kind of a little bit overrated because he's given up a lot of yards and big plays actually.
Yeah, yeah, he has. He's given up the most yards in the league from a corner, I believe.
Mm.
He does. He gets a lot of interceptions for sure. He's give and take. The problem is Jimmy likes to give, so we'll see
Yeah.
if he can take. But he's one of those guys that you can definitely bait. He'll bite on
Yeah.
some double moves. You can get him over the
Exactly.
top. Like maybe they could take advantage of that. I would try to steer clear of him. Not in the
Yeah.
way that I would a Ramsey, right? But
Yeah.
I would try to not throw his way because chances are like he's a ball hawk. He may get you.
Yeah. Well, I think. Do you see how they're picking on Ramsey all game? And they're trying to bait him, and he was just biting on everything.
Yeah,
I wonder if.
that was great. That was great
Yeah.
on their part. Yep.
If you saw Ramsey's press conference, he was so mad.
He's kind of a crybaby, man. I loved
I
it.
mean, he's all pro, definitely. So, but I think
He's
if they
great.
could, I mean, you shouldn't even throw to Diggs' way anyway. I mean, if you continue to pick on him like the Niners did, I'm just worried about Jimmy and the open linebackers. I think if he's going to throw a pick, it's going to be to Micah Parsons for sure.
Oh, that's a good one. No, that's a good one. Their linebackers are not very good other than Parsons. Parsons
Yeah.
is phenomenal. So, but he might be rushing the passer a lot, and
Yes.
that could open up, the middle for him to get loose. I think Kittle has
There
a
you go.
big game. I really do. I don't see how they stop Kittle. I do not see it
Okay.
unless they keep Kittle in to block a lot to chip Parsons or what have you. I
Yeah.
don't see a way that Kittle doesn't get loose if they want to game plan for him.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're running out of time here, so
All right, brother. Who wins? What's score prediction?
I shouldn't pick because I feel like I'm jinxing all the time, but I think I'm just going to take the Niners by a field goal. Let's see. Um, just go 27-24.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Wasn't that the Rams score? Whoops.
Yes, it
Oh, my
was.
God.
It can repeat itself. You never know.
All right. Let's just put it out there, see if it hits.
I love it. I love it. All right, Tommy. Appreciate you calling in, brother. We'll talk next week.
All right. Sounds good, man. Have a good one.
All right, later. Love Chef Tommy Huxley. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anything huge in the chat. You guys are talking like crazy. 30-27 Niners. Jesse, what are your main concerns with the Cowboys? Offense, and can our secondary hold up against their I really do. I think the secondary can hold up. I think Ambry Thomas is pretty good. I look at this secondary with Ambry Thomas, E-Man. I would assume that K1's coming back, but I like the 49ers chances there. Dallas is going to get theirs, right? Like they're a professional football team. They put up points. Dallas is going to get theirs. So I'm not saying it's going to be perfect by any means, but I have a lot of confidence in the secondary. I think top to bottom, the 49ers might have the best roster in football. The problem is that they're outgunned at the most important position in football. And so that evens things out a little bit. But I have a lot of confidence in that 49ers secondary. I really do. So, all right, let me get to the next caller, Kevin, and then we're going to go Viet and then Diego. What's up, Kevin?
Yo, what's going on, my man?
How you doing, man? How you doing? You're in Dallas, right? Or are you
I'm
in
in
Dallas or just in Texas?
I'm in Dallas. I'm in
Okay.
Dallas and I'm ready.
You ready to rock? All right,
I'm
perfect.
ready to rock, man. You know what I'm saying? The last time I called you, I think I had told you we was gonna be in Dallas for like over a month. And I was
You
saying
did?
I was hoping for like a Cowboys 49ers, you know what I'm saying, wild card matchup.
Yep.
Well, I got it.
Wish came true. Wish came
Came
true.
true.
You didn't
Couldn't get
even know
nothing better,
you
man.
put a Christmas present under the tree for yourself right there and didn't even realize
Absolutely. Having our first grandchild hopefully by Friday, and we playing Dallas Sunday. I couldn't have I mean, it's a beautiful week.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, man, what if grandbaby comes on Sunday? What?
Oh, no, well, me and my wife already talked. She told me I can go.
Oh, you got the
She
wife's
told me I can
blessing.
go
All
to the
right, you're
game
free.
and we
Hey,
sell
it's a
out the
free
ticket.
pass. It's a free
So I
pass.
don't know.
Man.
So hopefully he comes before Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's ideal. Or Monday. Monday's
Yeah.
good too, I guess, right?
Or Monday or Tuesday. Just don't come Sunday. You know what I mean?
Is it
Don't
your
come
first
Sunday.
grandbaby or not?
Yeah, first. This is our
Oh
first.
man. Oh
This is our first.
no.
I know,
Okay,
man. I
well,
know. I know.
that's rough. That's rough. All
I
right.
know.
Well,
I know.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We
Can't they
gonna
like choose a day and get induced? Like just choose Friday or something?
Yeah, she gon' well, you know, she thought she was going to she thought she was going to the hospital tonight. But
Oh,
then
really? Okay.
yeah, she called. They said they don't have no spots. I'm like, oh, here we go. But see, at first we thought he probably was going to come this past Monday. So we were like, I hope he don't come Sunday because we gonna watch the Rams game. Now I'm thinking he gonna probably come Sunday. I'm gonna miss the Cowboys game. We got tickets.
I
It's
hope not,
crazy,
man.
y'all.
I hope not. I hope not. Well, let's stop talking about it because I don't want that to be a thing. So
All
what are your
right, yeah,
thoughts though, right? Big game on Sunday, huge
big
win.
game, man.
You're gonna be there in Dallas. What's going through your mind, man? Like you're a little bit, right? Like you're older, we're old school. You got to see
Yeah,
all those
I'm.
games in the 80s and
This
90s.
is
Like how you feeling?
to me. I know it's gonna be a lot of people saying that. You know, what I'm saying the Seahawks is probably the 49ers best rivalry. I do not agree with that. I'm from the old school. It's the 49ers versus Cowboys to me. Since the catch. A few people older than me say, you know what I'm saying, they was trying to get past Dallas in the 70s. In
Okay.
the
Yeah.
you know, since the early 80s with the catch, in the early 90s, all the way to the mid 90s, it was the 49ers and the Cowboys. You beat Dallas, you got a good chance of winning the Super Bowl. You beat the 49ers, Dallas was going to probably win the Super Bowl. This is what it is right here. This is the biggest rivalry to me. This is the team that I hate the most. I hate the Cowboys with a passion.
Yes, sir.
And there would be nothing better than for the 49ers to beat the Cowboys while I'm in town. That'd be the greatest gift to me right there. And I actually think we can beat them. I just think we got to run the ball. We got to run the ball. We got to try to run the ball down their throats. We can't throw the ball too much. Something telling me we just cannot throw the ball that much. Just run the ball. Just get physical with them and run the ball down their throat. You know, we can't keep starting fives and then trying to put fives out. That's got to stop. This is playoff football right here. It's one and done. You know, we got to run the ball, control the clock, and just stuff them down their throat. That's the only way I see it.
I agree with you. They have to run the hell out of the rock. They have to stop the run. I think personally, I think Zeke feels a little bit shot to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not bulletin board material, but we're not big enough over here for that to get to him. But either way, man, like that's yeah, that's gonna be big, man. Stop the run the rock, and limit those turnovers. Should be good to go.
Yeah, I was watching Croc earlier. He
Mhm.
had this guy on he had a Cowboys fans on it. He said Zeke mom was in some chat or something, saying that he's not all the way healthy. He has been hurt for a long time, but he's still trying to play. I don't know if that's just blowing smoke or whatever, but either which way, we just got to handle our business. You know what I mean? Um, we can't be hoping somebody's hurt and all that. We just got to go and try to take care of business. Period.
No, I want the 49ers at their best. I want Dallas at their best. I want a
Absolutely.
90s throwback, and I want to go
A
win.
throwback.
I want to go to their house, ruin their party, take the win from them.
Absolutely.
I've been calling them the Cowboys all week because we're taking the W out of their name. Like that's how real it is for me. Like this week, they are the Cowboys. The W is gone. The
Yeah.
49ers are snatching that. They're
We
taking
we
it.
gonna
They're
snatch
taking
that,
it.
man. And I got a lot of family members and friends and schoolmates this from a long time. A bunch of Cowgirls fans, man. And
Mhm.
but they have not been talking smack to me this week. It's very rare. They have not. Nobody has been talking smack to me this week. Nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand
It
that.
has been
It's
quiet. It
almost
has
like
been
they're
quiet.
scared or something. It's like they're scared.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do that if they win, they're gonna
Oh
pop
my
off like
God.
crazy. So we do not want that.
I'm going and
We
hiding.
do not want that. Yeah.
I'm going to hide if that happens. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. All right. Well, before you get out of here, give me that score prediction.
31-10. I won a 49ers
31 to
Rams game for the first
10.
time. 31-10. That's how I'm going.
Dang. Okay. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. All right, Kevin. Well, I hope 31 to 10 happens for your sake. You're gonna be
Absolutely.
there. I got faith in it. We'll talk next week. Call me win or win. They're gonna win. So
All
call in
right.
next week.
I'm gonna call in. I'm gonna call in with a. It's gonna be a great week next week because we're gonna win.
Yeah, you got to tell me all about the experience. I know we're all gonna want to hear about it. So you have a good time, all right?
All right, my man.
All
Everybody
right, brother.
who's watching, y'all stay safe, and who's coming, let's get up. Let's do this. 49er faithful. We're gonna beat Dallas. Period.
Make sure you wear red. Make sure you wear red. It's a
Absolutely.
big deal. All right, brother. We'll talk
All right, bro.
later. All right. Abu Marcos says the odds that Trey Lance is used as a weapon, 0% chance. I don't see it. Last week was basically a playoff game. It would have been the perfect time to deploy him if they were going to do it, being that it's a playoff game or essentially a playoff game. It was win or go home. Trey had just started the week before. He had a lot of practice that week as the starter. So I do not see it. I don't see a scenario where Trey really plays a lot. But I appreciate the donation. And around here, when you donate, all right, let me get my guy Viet in here. What's up, Viet?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Little nervous excitement. The 49ers are in the playoffs. There's
Yeah,
no way
man, bro, that game was
this was
freaking-
happening. They're gonna
That
happen.
game
at
was
3 and
freaking
5.
crazy. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I was at that game too. It was nuts. Like
That's right. You were at that game.
the
You were
crowd
talking
was.
about that.
It was like playoff atmosphere, man. I've never been to a playoff game, but it didn't get tense. Like I wasn't like nervous or anything. It was just because I knew like what we were as a team.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna make mistakes and all that. And I thought we had lost it when we got sacked by Von Miller. And it was like 2 minutes left. And like we still got 3 timeouts, but I think they're gonna convert. And they run the ball 3 straight times. I'm like, okay, we got a shot. And then when Jimmy drove down and we hit that big ball to Deebo, I knew we were gonna do something special.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that 3 points right before half, and then coming in and just scoring right out the gate to make it a 1-score game. You just kind of, I felt like the tide had turned right there. Just watching
The tide,
on TV.
man, the tide. There was a throw to Brandon Ayuk after we had tied the game. It was like a deep shot to Ayuk, and it came sort of right a little bit behind him. and he dropped it, and then we went 3-and-out. That was like a momentum killer because I thought we were just gonna pound the rock and score 28 unanswered from that point, and it kind of killed the momentum and allowed them to come back. And there were like 2 consecutive drives where we could have taken control of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Real quick, Diego, I'm coming to you next. So we're going to Diego next, and then John, and then Spin, just so everybody knows. So, yeah, man, I really thought like once they had gone up, once they had tied that game, basically, I figured that they were going to score again right away. Like that was it. And the game was going to be over. But then the 49ers got stopped, and they kind of played this back and forth game. So, it to me, it felt like there was 2 whole games played. Like that's how intense that was. That one game was so intense, it felt like 2 games were played.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I wish I can go. I mean, hopefully, if we make the Super Bowl, I'm gonna try to go, man, because it's in my backyard. I might never see another Super Bowl again.
No,
So
if we make definitely a bucket list.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely a bucket list item. When they went to Miami, I thought I was going to go until I saw the ticket prices. Was like,
yeah,
we're good here.
I've never seen a Super Bowl price ticket, but I don't know. I'm in my head. I'm trying to go. Okay, how far up would I go realistically?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but onto the Cowboys, man. You know what? I don't want to say I feel confident, but I sort of feel relieved. I think we don't have any pressure on ourselves. Realistically, like we're not expected to win the Super Bowl. I mean, even Niner fans are like, okay, we'll get in. We're a dangerous team. We're gonna do whatever we can. I think we can make some noise, and I think it's a good place for us because when the Kaepernick teams were or the Harbaugh teams are in the Super Bowl or in the playoffs, I was a nervous wreck because like we lose one game, like oh my god, we just dropped position. What do I do? What do we do? Hell, what do I do?
Right.
But here, I'm just enjoying the show. I mean, I feel confident that we'll beat Dallas. I think they're more nervous than we are because I mean we're a rival with them too.
For sure. Yeah.
There's like, Seahawks has been our rival for a long time, but it's really just because of the Russell Wilson era, and they've been beating our asses. Like I'm always hating the Cowboys, like no matter what. Like I see Cowboys, like I'm friends with Cowboys fans, but there's always that bantering that we have with them.
Yeah, the thing about Seattle is it's okay. So for me, this is where the Seattle thing comes in. I hated Seattle before they were even good and beating the 49ers. And the reason was growing up in Oregon, and I'm sure like if you were outside of California and you were on the West Coast, 49ers were always on Fox, right? And Seattle was always on CBS. Well, the moment that Seattle came to the NFC West, they took over Fox games. So like this was, you got to remember, this is all before like internet streaming and all that stuff. So like if you wanted to watch a 49er game, you either had to have a black box or you had to go to like a bar. Like they were not on Fox anymore.
Yeah.
So that for me, like that brought that hatred to Seattle. And then they got really good and living in the Northwest. So it brought a different level of hatred, but it's still like Dallas is that team for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, Green Bay, and then probably Seattle. But playing Seattle twice a year and Dallas not being good, and really the 49ers have been hit and miss, it's kind of taken the sting away from that rivalry. But now that we're in it again, yeah, this is real. This is definitely real.
This feels like the 90s again.
It does.
And yeah, for me, I think the key is to be careful with Diggs and not allow him to get. I mean, I know Jimmy's going to throw at least one pick. That's fine. As long as we limit that and just run the ball more times than not, and then we can allow him to be clutch at the end if he's. I think he's up to it. We just need to make it to that point and be in the game, and I think we'll be good. I think we're gonna outlast them.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I think eventually they're gonna grind it out. Is what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be. Parsons talked about it, right? Like it's bully ball. It's a bully game, and he feels like the 49ers are a little bit the bullies, and that he's not going to back down and they're not going to back down. I think eventually they'll just have to back down because the 49ers are not going to stop running. And so I'm ready for it for sure.
Cool,
it
man.
looks like we got a Cowboy fan in here. That's good. I love it. Absolutely love it. What's your score prediction before you get out of here?
Oh, I don't know. I think we're gonna win 30-27. It's gonna be a
30,
close
27?
game.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be close. Dallas is good. You got to respect them. Definitely respect the team for sure. I just think the 49ers win. But all right, brother, you have a good
Sure,
one.
appreciate it, man.
All right, man. All right, let me get to this super chat and then we'll get to you, to Diego. I know you've been waiting. Man, I feel like you went on like a 10-mile walk, brother. Wearing me out watching you over there. All right, Lotha says, Jesse, what's good, brother? Personally, I think Diggs is going to have his hands full guarding Deebo. He's hard to tackle and super quick. Yeah, here's the thing is a lot of DBs don't like to tackle. And I haven't put a lot of eyes on Diggs. He may be a tackler. He came out of Alabama, so I would imagine that SEC, he's not afraid of physical brand of football. But the 49ers are just different than some of these teams, man. Like Dallas, okay, here's the way I see it. The reason why I think the 49ers have a really, really good chance during this playoff run is all these other teams have zigged, meaning they are trying to stop the pass and they're predicated on passing the ball, right? Like that is what these teams are built around. And then you look at the 49ers outside of Tampa, they're the one team. Then you look at the 49ers, they're the opposite. Like they will run the ball, they can stop the run. They got a good pass defense as well, but they're going to run the rock. So all these other teams have zigged and they've zagged. I think it lines up really well because the 49ers are a unique matchup for all of these teams. So, that being said, let me give you some love for giving the donation. Here we go. All right, Diego, what's going on, brother?
Just hanging out in the backyard with my dog. That's why I've been walking around so much. Just
I feel it.
stuck in the house with COVID. So just
Damn,
watching
brother.
49ers football, thinking about this game, and I'm really excited. Wasn't alive really to see any of the rivalry in the 90s, but obviously I've known all about it, and I think it's really cool because, a lot of these players like on the team, they don't fully understand the gravity of that, but at the same time, they're just really working their butts off to try to go win a Super Bowl. And I think that this team is so cool because we're in it as a wild card. Obviously, it's gonna be Jimmy G's like last hurrah, so there's no pressure, And Jimmy's hurt, so there's already an excuse built in if he ends up like getting more injured. We have Trey Lance who could possibly like also lead that team to go to the Super Bowl, and there's a lot of depth. Our cornerbacks been coming on at the right time with Henry Thomas. Got me really excited for the future going forward, and I hope Jaquaski Tart can be healthy because we already know how good of a safety Jimmy Ward is, and it's looking like a team that's going to give the Cowboys a hell of an ass kicking.
Listen, I'm right there with you. I think it's funny, right? Because I don't know if you're on Twitter at all, but Twitter, they do these thing called spaces where basically you open up a chat room, anybody can come in, you invite people up to speak and what have you. In the last couple of nights, there's been some 49er ones and there's been some Cowboys ones. But of course, like the Cowboys ones open up and the 49er fans are in there and vice versa. And I'm telling you, the Dallas Cowboy fans over there, they are very, very confident that they're going to win the game. They have all said that the 49ers don't belong in the playoffs. They think that the 49ers, that Zeke's going to have a field day. I don't know where that came from. I think that they're underrating the 49ers. We may be underrating them a little bit too, right? It's a little bit of that cocky swag, but they're definitely feeling good about this matchup for sure.
Yeah, no, I think Cowboys fans are talking crazy. The way that our defensive line was able to penetrate the Rams, I don't expect that to be like to that big of an extent, but I think we're definitely going to get a big push, and our linebackers have been playing at a great level, stopping the run. Dak is a hell of a quarterback, but our defensive scheme, it's really good, and the coordinator has shown an ability to adjust, and Kyle Shanahan, he knows Dan Quinn so much, like so well. He just is gonna scheme it up.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The thing is, like you said, Dan Quinn does know Shanahan very well, but he doesn't know Shanahan when Shanahan has Deebo. Like that's a whole different ball game. So, here
Like
we go.
the
I would like,
49ers,
hey, there's a whole
we have
real
like
quick.
two
There's
number
a
one.
Yeah, hold on, just real quick. There's a bunch of Cowboy fans in here.
Yeah, sure.
I kind of want them to call in. Like, I just want to hear their thought. Like, keep it respectful, right? Like, we'll be respectful to you. But I would like to hear you guys' thoughts on a game. I think it'd be cool to hear from some Cowboys fans for sure. So maybe one of these guys will call in. We'll see.
Yeah, MG, get in here. See what he has to say. Calling the Dallas Super Bowl champs. I don't think so. Like, come on.
Yeah, I feel it. So, all right, what's the score prediction?
So my score prediction is I think the Cowboys are gonna score 17 points, but we've been deferring a lot on like kickoffs. My prediction for this game is we're gonna get the ball first drive of the game. We're gonna go down and score. We're gonna go up 7-0. After that we're gonna play some ball control football. Eventually, Dallas are gonna get their points, but that third quarter, I think again we're gonna do something special in the third quarter and just get that lead up. And my prediction is it's gonna be 31-17.
I like it. I love the confidence. I really
Jimmy
do.
G probably throws for 200 yards, 1 interception, and hopefully at least 1 touchdown. And we run the ball a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a recipe for winning for sure. I'm all about it. I am all about it. The Cowboys fans are in here deep right now. I love it. I love this rivalry. Yeah, man,
all right,
I'm with you. I think the Niners win for sure. I'm going 31-24. I think Dallas scores a late touchdown to make the game look closer. But I think the 49ers definitely win this one. I appreciate you, Diego. You have a great night, brother. And hopefully we talk next week in a 49er victory. All right.
For sure. Good night and go Niners.
All right, brother. That's the first time he's called, I believe. So that was cool. All right, John, we're coming to you. We're going to go John, Spin. Then we're going to go Mike Miller. And then Jeremy Price. That's the order. And then obviously the rest of you guys, will get to you guys after. Just want to be courteous, let you guys know the order so that you guys know what's going on. What's up, George? I see you. Shannon, I see you. He's from the 49er Tampa chapter. I see y'all in here. So we'll get to you guys. All right. Let me, Diego, I'm going to get you out of here, brother, just because this back room fills up. And then we'll get to Mr. Rocco. What's going on, John?
How you doing, bro? All right.
Good,
I commented before about a bold prediction, but I'm going to start off real hot. I think Jimmy finally connects with Travis Benjamin down the field on the play action pass. That has been dialed up 3 weeks in a row, and we missed it every time. It's either Jimmy gets sacked, Jimmy throws the check down, or Jimmy throws it away. But I think we finally connect because Dallas will be sucked up so far, probably stacking the box with 8. But I think he finally connects it.
Damn. Okay, I like it. That's a bold prediction. That is coming in hot. I've seen it. I've seen it on film. Definitely dialed up. They have not hit it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like a 25 30 yard post route. Every game you run it. Yep, and we just every time I see Benjamin and I'm like he's dialing it up. There you go. But I was watching you and Grant, and I totally agreed. I said, I think it's Kittle's game, man. This is it. I think it's Kittle's game, 150%. I think since Trent is back, I think they're gonna have so many boots for Jimmy. Kittle coming across, man. This is Kittle's game. I think he goes for like 111, man, and like 2 TDs.
I could feel it. I really do. I don't see, like, everybody's keyed in on Deebo, right? And every single room I've been in with Cowboys fans, they talk about Deebo Samuel. We got to stop Deebo. It's like Kittle is forgotten. Now, I'm not saying, obviously, that's fans. The team may be thinking something different, but I don't see how they can contain Deebo. They don't have the linebackers to do it. Parsons is a dog, absolute savage, not taking anything away from him. But outside of that,
Parsons is on fire, man.
yeah, he's like the Deebo Samuel of defense, really, right? Like he's just super versatile.
Yeah, he's a unicorn, man. He's all over.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you watch Dallas Cowboy film, the one thing I noticed is that whenever you have a tight end like against the Raiders, this like Waller was contained because he broke away from the line of scrimmage and they played him like a wide receiver. But the moment that they play like Gronkowski plays up next to the line a lot like Kittle does, that's where they get burnt. Like those seam routes are so wide open, and Jimmy's gotten better at hitting those like now quick. So I think that that's where they're gonna make them pay for sure, is in those seams.
Yeah, we also don't want Jimmy throwing the ball more than 15, 17 times. We want to keep it relatively low and just run the ball down their mouths. But here's another thing that I got from the game too. I think Juszczyk in the fourth and the third wasn't in the game as much because he was on the sideline getting his cadence down and the snap count because he was fielding kicks. I'm not fielding kicks, the PATs and field goals and stuff. Do you know like anything about what are we doing with that? Is he staying or?
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't really heard much about Mitch Wishnowsky. I've got to imagine, and I probably should have looked this up. If they're worried about it, they're going to bring in a punter. They have to.
Yeah, they did. They did sign one.
Okay, all right. So there you go. So, but can he hold snaps? I don't know. It might be Juszczyk again. So just because you bring in a punter, like he's going to punt, but that doesn't mean that he's not holding snaps. And I don't think Trey's ever done that, right? Like usually it's your backup quarterback or your punter. With Wishnowsky out there, I got to imagine it's going to be used again. I really do. But Juszczyk, now that he's gotten that under his belt for a week, I don't see a lot of scenarios where they're having to pull him out or do anything crazy to get him ready.
He seemed very, very confident in the mic'd up video. He seemed real confident with Robbie. But I just think the three biggest things we need to do to Dallas, besides obviously run the ball and get pressure on Dak, I think it is just getting Kittle. And, I mean, dude, they're going to be keying in on Deebo. Like, these teams, I think we're the most dangerous team right now. We are stacked up. I think if we beat Dallas, just getting Kittle, getting Ayuk, even Jennings involved, I think we could literally steamroll Green Bay. I really think we can go into Green Bay and beat Green Bay. And I know you're located in Tampa, right?
I am, yeah. So NFC Championship in Tampa.
Yeah, I go to school out in University of Tampa, so I'm flying out next week back to school. So I was hoping that we get to see them in the wild card, but now it's hopefully NFC Championship.
Yeah, for sure. Well, brother, I mean, if you're, I know. So we've got Shannon in here. He's going to be on a little bit later. He runs the Tampa chapter for the 49er faithful. Whether we'll see how far they make it in the playoffs, but it'd be dope if we could meet up at the local bar or whatever and watch that game with all those 49er fans. Maybe before that, 100%. Maybe next week or something against Green Bay. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'm literally a 5-minute walk from the stadium. I'm right there.
Okay, sick. Yeah, I'm 15-minute drive. I'm super close. So yep. All right, brother. Well, dope. Alrighty. So what was the score prediction one more time?
Oh, I didn't give one. I thought Kittle was gonna go off. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Gonna be close. I'm saying 27-21, 27-24, somewhere around there. But I think Dallas, like you're right. I think Dallas comes down late and scores, gets it a little closer, but.
Yeah, I feel it. I think that's fair. Again, nobody's picking the Niners to blow them out, right? Like we should expect a good game. This is playoffs. Dallas is a good team. They've got some weapons, number one scoring offense. Right now, the 49ers are on fire. So I'm looking forward to it, brother. Hopefully you call in next week. We can talk about a 49er victory.
Yes, sir. Let's go,
faithful. All right, brother. You have a good one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You too, man.
Later. Okay, we're going to go spin. And then Mr. Mike Miller and Jeremy Price. What's up, Spin? How you doing?
Hey, Jay. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good.
Good to see you again. Great show with our friend there. And, I used to be a Cowboy fan for most of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to walk me through this. What the heck happened?
Drew Pearson, Preston Pearson, all those guys, man. It was great. and I loved the Dallas Cowboys at that point in time. However, they fired Landry, their 30-year plus coach, and basically kicked him to the curb with disgrace. It was a horrible way they did it, and ever since then, and pretty much after the catch game, Niners were mine, and I moved out to California, and that cemented it. It was great. So sorry, Cowboy fans. The only way you actually win this game is if Garoppolo doesn't show up and Interceptolo does. That's the only way.
Problem, though, right? Like he can show up. Like that's an issue.
And Cowboys fans, if you sack Garoppolo enough and kick him out of the game, you don't stand a chance against Trey. So, that's my thoughts on that. I think this is going to be a very good game, but I don't think, because of the way the Dallas Cowboy defense is, they're going to pursue like crazy, and our run game is going to kill their pursuit big time, because that's what pursuit does against our run game. Our run game is going to destroy it. So we'll see how this works. I think that if they don't let Garoppolo pass a lot and don't get him into the fumbles or the interceptions that he's so very prone to, I think they've got this game with no chance whatsoever that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win this. But Garoppolo starts throwing those interceptions. Beware. I thought it was going to turn this last game. I was, you don't believe how mad I was. My wife left out of the room because she says, "You're just, swearing too much." And I was, man. It was all coming out. And all at one person too, It's like
I feel it. I definitely feel it.
Two people, Kyle and Garoppolo.
I think a lot of us were there. I think, emotions get the best of us. We're fans. I think a lot of us were very frustrated in that moment. We all show it in different ways, but either worried, frustrated, whatever. It was it was definitely a different deal for sure.
I've been lucky to be a Niner fan for the entire ride. It's been fantastic with Joe, with Steve. Oh my goodness, what a bunch of teams. Jerry Rice, you can't even think about a better wide receiver. I've been blessed in that respect. But I have never seen a run team as good as this run team is.
The 49ers will run the ball down your throat now.
They can't be stopped. They're not going to be stopped. And now that they've got Flinchy out of the lineup, they'll actually have somebody who can block in the pass game. So I think we're in good shape at this point. I don't know if our left guard is coming back or not. I haven't heard any word on that.
Oh, you mean Trent Williams, our tackle? Yeah, he'll be back.
Oh,
so the word is he might not practice all week. He was close to playing last week. They're probably not going to practice him just so that he doesn't need it, right? Yeah. Just to be safe. But they said that he should play. I think Dallas is in a similar situation. I think Tony Pollard, their running back, one of their running backs was hurt. Yep. He has plantar fasciitis. It sounds like they may not practice him, but he's going to play as well. So I think both of these teams are relatively healthy. That's what makes it fun. We definitely don't want any major injuries on either side. Before I get you out of here, what do you think your score? What's your score prediction?
Like the other caller, I think Dallas scores 17, and I think the Niners are going to be 21. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. The game I worry about is Green Bay. If we get to that point, we have to control Aaron Rodgers because he can destroy us. Dak is not that good. Aaron Rodgers is by far the best. I don't even think that we have a problem with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
They don't have any wide receivers anymore. They're all gone, all injured or walked off the field. So
what a weird deal that was, right?
Oh my goodness, man, that was so strange. It's like,
For
what
sure.
the heck?
What's going on? I agree with you though. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Aaron. The thing is with Aaron Rodgers, he's got that quick pass game. Dak's a really good quarterback. I definitely don't want to take anything from Dak. I just haven't seen that in his game. That quick release, that quick 2-second get the ball out consistently, right?
Yeah.
They're a little bit different passing game. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying you haven't really seen that, and you have from Aaron Rodgers. So that's what makes me nervous because I don't think that pass rush can get home on Green Bay the way that they could possibly in this game. But bro, I appreciate you calling in. I got a stacked back room. I only got about an hour left in me, so I got to get through this.
You have a good one, man.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
To you.
Later. All right. Chris Royal says San Francisco 24, Dallas 14. Dak caught carrying, crying on Zeke's shoulder. Yeah, I saw it. Book it. Love this rivalry and go Niners. Yeah, man. I've seen some of those pictures floating around. It's a rivalry week when the memes start floating around like crazy. So I appreciate the donation, and here you go. All right. Hey, before we get to the next one, we've got 271 people watching. I know some of you guys are Dallas Cowboys fans, right? But on this channel, we talk a little bit of all football. Like tomorrow, we go through and give predictions. Whether we're playing Dallas or not, all teams at some point come up on this channel. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never, ever miss an episode. And I appreciate all you tuning in. It looks like a full-on battle in the chat room. We've got Niners, we've got Cowboys fans in there, and we've even got Raiders fans in there right now. So it's getting wild for sure. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's Mike. All right. What's up, brother?
I've got two bold predictions.
Okay, I like it.
In the scoring thing. Okay. On the offensive side, Deebo Samuels will have 100 yards rushing and 100 yards catching in the same game. 3 TDs. I don't know how
I just had to sit back in my chair for that one, Mike.
That's a good prediction, ain't it? That's very doable.
It's doable for Deebo, but golly, brother, you just came in hammering home. I had to sit back in the chair and listen to that one.
Yeah, I mean, 3 TDs. I mean, one maybe passing, a couple rushing, or or catching them. But I mean, Eric Armstead 2 sacks in this game. That's on the defensive side, bold prediction. And we will have 225 total yards rushing in the game. Okay. That's a victory right there. 31 Niners, 23 Cowgirls.
Okay, 31-23. I love it. Absolutely love it.
So let's see if that bold prediction of Deebo comes true. 100 and 100 and 3 TDs. I will let you go because you got a full house.
All right, brother. Hey, thanks for calling in, man. Prayers up to you and your family. We love you around here. All right, brother. You have a good one. Go Niners.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Later. Real quick before we get to the next one, Victor, I see you in the back. Are you a Cowboy fan by chance? Can you give me a thumbs up? Like yay, nay? You are. Okay, cool. I've got a couple in front of you, but I definitely want you perfect. I definitely want you to stick around because I want to have a good conversation with you, brother. Just talk it through, get your guys' thoughts. I think it'd be great for the chat. But I do have a few in front of you, so hopefully you can stick around. I just wanted to verify that you are, in fact, a Cowboys fan. All right, Jeremy, what's going on, man?
What up?
What up? Oh, he's got the Garoppolo jersey on. Okay.
I had to do it, man. No, everybody wants to just graze over it like it was nothing. You know, I'm not saying he's a superstar. You know, I ain't never said that. But Jimmy, once again, showed you what real heart is. I'll trade I do not want a Matthew Stafford on my team. I don't want a stat filler. I don't want a Dak Prescott, a guy that can get you 400 yards but never has won shit. I want a guy with a heart. I want a guy that's going to go out there and throw 2 picks but win you the game. I want that guy that almost beat Aaron Rodgers if it wasn't for our defense to give up that damn game. I want that guy, Yimmy Yee. Last week, I told you, I said, I think he's gone. I was out. I was like, man, but once they started Jimmy, man, that's my guy. That's my guy. You want to talk about bold predictions? I'm going to predict that Kyle Shanahan is finally going to let Jimmy sling it. You now understand why, man. I don't care about stats. I don't care if he can throw 3 picks. As long as we win that game and he shows up when we need him most, I'm taking that over any of these. It just reminds me of Jimmy Ward going on Grant's show and saying the Rams went out and gave away Goff to go and get Matthew Stafford. And if they don't even make it past the first round, what are we going to say? What are we going to say? We beat them twice. We went into their house and beat them. Dude, I got most of my brothers, they all hate Jimmy. I'm like the only one in our gang that loves Jimmy. I wouldn't say love, but I ride with my quarterback, right? Everybody else is like, it's over. These guys turned the TV off at halftime. These guys were, listen, they had already admitted defeat before we even played the Rams. And I'm the only one hooting and hollering saying, we about to go in there and we're going to punch them right in the mouth. By halftime, I say, we coming back. Everybody's text messaging in the thread like, nah, man, this shit's over. We need to get rid of him. They were ready to lynch Jimmy. They're ready to lynch him. I got one of my brothers' name is Turk. He ready to kill Jimmy. If I ever see Jimmy, I'm like, God, they sound like Michael Miller to me. You know what I mean? Shout out, Michael. Sorry about your dad. But, man, hey, I'm so excited for this, man. Jimmy, you ain't the best thing popping, but you the best thing popping for us right now. Do your thing if you're watching this, man. I don't give a damn what interceptions you throw. Win that game, bro. Win that game. Defense, hey, they need to go after that boy Dak, man. Who they beat? Jesse, tell me who have they beat?
They have one real quality win on their record, and that is against, they went into this was the most impressive win to me on their record, and I remember when it happened. They went into New England and beat the Patriots when the Patriots were riding hot. That defense was riding hot, and they put up quite a few points on them. But outside of that, I think they're 5-6 outside their division, something like that. Yeah. They've put up a lot of numbers, including a 50 burger, I believe, the last week against the Eagles. A lot of that has come in that division, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of it's NFC East predicated for sure.
Yeah, it's just a horrible. Everybody's forgetting that's a horrible. What? Okay, fine. Niner gang, we here. We all in or we all out. That's it. You know, just have faith. Where's the faith? That boy came back. I don't have a bold prediction. I don't have a number. I just want to win. Damn it, let's go win.
Just win. Listen. I'm with it. I appreciate it, Jeremy. You're always a true 49er fan.
I lost that bet. I lost that bet, brother. I owe you.
I feel it. Hey,
I owe you.
We'll make it happen.
We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you that.
Okay, Jeremy.
The Venmo, or if you want.
Listen. Here we go. Here's how we're gonna do it. I like to parlay my bets. When I win a bet, I like to double down. So we'll come up with a bet next year and go double or nothing. You with it?
I'm with it.
Okay, let's do it. All right, brother.
Yes,
you have
sir.
a good one. Go
Niners. We digging for gold. The real gold diggers. Yeah, boy.
I love it, man. His energy is always so fantastic. He's a true Niner fan, man. He does not care who the quarterback is. He's just like, listen, we win. I don't care who it's with. I don't see us beating Dallas. I'm sorry, that D-line. Yeah, that's one thing I think a lot of Niner fans do not realize. Dallas has a very good defensive line, and they rotate. I think they're like 9 deep on that defensive line. So you have to give them credit for that. That might help them, right? Like, to send waves at the 49ers. You might see 5 down linemen at times just to try to figure out and stop that run game. Dan Quinn knows what Shanahan wants to do, right? Like he's going to have a good game plan. I think the difference is Deebo. Like he doesn't know how to contain Deebo. He knows how to stop that zone run or at least contain it. He saw it for many, many years, right, when they were together, but it's different when you add Deebo to the mix. It's just the way that it is. But for that, I owe you. All right, I got my guy Lee coming up next, and then we're going to go to you, Shannon. What's up, Lee? Lee, you there?
Yo.
Lee. Oh, there we go. You were muted.
Yo, what's up, JC?
Yo, what's going on, man? How are you?
No, man, I'm good. Just taking up the sun here. It's summer. I'm excited.
Oh, it's summertime over there, huh?
Yeah, we always get that summer Christmas, so it's the opposite to the States. Hey, man, I'm really excited for this game. Over in New Zealand, I don't really have many people that follow the NFL or American football. Everyone plays rugby league over here. And one of my only friends that actually follows football, he's a Cowboys fan, so he's been giving it to me all year. We're going to beat you. We're not going to make the playoffs. So just how it's played out, against our older rival, it's pretty cool how it's all ended up, and it's been a roller coaster season, agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what, though? What's crazy about that, Lee, is I felt like that game played out exactly like the season did, right? You started out down, you pulled out of it. You had tons of adversity in the middle of it. I just felt like that game was exactly what happened this whole season. It's crazy.
Exactly. And I was a bit like you, I wasn't liking our chances going up against a stacked Rams team, and in their home and coming down to that. Just how our season's been, we won a couple of games and then it went down and then we came back and we made it to the playoffs. And I think, in the middle of the season, people were thinking, everyone was questioning Kyle, Jimmy, the quarterback situation, the coaching, the GM, and just to make the playoffs, it's been a real fight to get here. And I think overall it's been a good season considering what we've dealt through throughout the year, the ups and downs. And also, I remember at the start of the year, listening not to you, but to other 49er content creators, and they were saying, this team's not a playoff team. We don't have the talent to get to the playoffs. And that's one thing I didn't agree with. I felt like we had to try and go into that draft, win the draft and put as much talent around Jimmy as possible to give us a chance to run deep into the playoffs and to run it back like 2019. And I feel like that's what sort of happened. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have the best draft, but we still crept into the playoffs, kept our season alive, and gave ourselves a chance. It's crazy too because the Cowboys are the team over the last few years that have drafted the guys that I wanted for this team. Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and seeing them on the other team, I felt like if you put Micah Parsons on this defense, we'd be winning easily this weekend. And that's a big thing I was saying throughout the year. Our first three picks in the draft aren't even starting; they're not helping Jimmy. And considering that, I think you got to give Jimmy a bit of credit, to get us to where he has, and considering we didn't put a lot of pieces around him to help him on this run,
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're a Jimmy hater," and da da da. Like it's that's not what it is. I'm just a realist.
No.
Like I'm gonna tell you how I feel about him. I'm gonna tell you that he does have weaknesses. I'm gonna tell you that I am worried about him turning the ball over because he's proven to be that. But that doesn't mean I can't give him credit. And he definitely nutted up when he needed to most. When that game was on the line, he came through with his big boy pants and he helped put that game away, right? And I said it all season. This team, unlike the 2019 team, right now they're starting to get more dominant in the run game and defense. But early on, that was not the case. Really, for a lot of the season, that was not the case till the final couple weeks. So now that we're starting to see that, that's great. But what was happening is this team went with Jimmy G because they couldn't overcome his play one way or the other. Like if he played well, they would win. If he didn't and he would turn the ball over, they would lose. And so that's just not something that you saw in 2019 because they were able to be dominant in other places and it didn't matter what Jimmy G did in a lot of those games and they were able to overcome it. So it's a different season, but they're hot at the right time and you have to give Jimmy credit because Jimmy is the quarterback on this team and they're here, right? So there we go.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if you look, coming into this game, it sort of like reminds me of like, boxing or fighting. You see, like styles make matchups, and this is the same sort of thing here. Like the Cowboys have probably overall had a better season than us, but if you look at strengths and weaknesses of both teams, we've sort of got a really good chance to win this game because of our strengths, their weaknesses, their strengths, our weaknesses. Like it could go either way, and I think it's just going to come down to who the better team is on the day and who turns up, who fights the hardest. And if you look at last week, we're giving ourselves a really good chance, to come back from 17-0 down against the Rams and beat them in their own house, And that's one thing Jimmy's always been good at. Even from when he first came here, if you remember 2017, right? He could always, aim up in those clutch moments, similar like when he wasn't having a good game, I thought, against the Bengals, and then he drove us downfield and we won the game,
Yeah, for sure. No, he definitely, I mean, he has come through in the clutch. He's also choked in a Super Bowl, but we'll see.
Yeah. And
there is
one
that.
thing. Another thing is Ambry Thomas. I heard a lot him getting so much hate at the start of the season, and I felt like, man, he was a rookie. He's a cornerback. One of the hardest positions to play in the NFL, and to be writing him off that, soon. Like, and a lot of the time, Jesse, he was right there. Some of those receptions he did give up, he was right there, just a little slight adjustment, and he makes a big play. And then him to come up with a big play to send us to the playoffs, that was great. Couldn't have asked for a better fairy tale than that last week.
No, I mean, Ambry Thomas, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, because I scouted him, Jesse, I think the 2020 draft the year before, because he didn't play that coming leading into that last draft. And I remember telling people, he's the guy we should target on day 3 if he's there, because that's a late round cornerback you can get,
Yeah, and he's definitely lived up to it. I got to get on to the next one, Lee. Real quick, what's your score prediction?
Yeah, I'm not making a score prediction, Jesse, because, like you, I'm a realist. And even if I don't think the Niners are going to win, they got a chance, because like I said, styles make matchups, and who turns up on any given Sunday can win the game.
No, that's totally fair. I feel it. All right, brother. Well, hopefully we're talking next week in a 49er victory, all right?
Yeah, later, bro. Thanks for the platform, and shout out to everyone that calls in. Thank you.
Later, man. Later. Hey, Shannon, I apologize. I'm going to go to George because he was in earlier. He fell out and he came back in. So I'm going to go to you after George. All right. So hang on if you can. And then I'm going to get into Victor. Victor's a Cowboy fan. I got another Cowboy fan in here. What's up, my guy? I'll get to you guys eventually. Just be patient with me. We got a bunch of people in here. So we're going to go to George, then Shannon, then Victor. Let me knock out these super chats real quick. Chris Royal says, thinking of you and your father, Mike. That's super cool, man. Yeah. So for those of you that heard Mike call in earlier, he lost his dad last week. Both were Niner fan. He's a Niner fan, obviously, but his dad as well. So hoping for a 49er victory there. And then Loth of the Truth says Jimmy Ward and Fred Warner both get picks. That is very, very bold. Okay. Let me see if there's any more of these. I'm way behind in the chat. Y'all are flooding it. Obviously, there's Cowboys and Niner fans in there together. I know you guys are having fun, but I want to make sure I don't miss any super chats. I think we are good-ish. Golly, I'm still like 7 minutes behind in this bad boy. What's going on? All right, well, let's do it like this. Oh, there's another one. Okay, hold up. Lamont says, keep the same energy. We're going to bust your ass. All right, fair enough. Hey, I appreciate you paying to say that. We'll take it. All right, almost there. I think I'm almost caught up. Oh, here we go. Oh, my guys over at 49er Faithful Podcast, they were on the Tuesday Spotlight show 2 weeks ago. People aren't ready for this Niner team. Hey, Michael Irvin came out and said it. He said this is the one team that he did not want his Cowboys to face. So we'll see what the Cowboys fans think about it. Leah Kittle says, Garoppolo, no. Yeah, I agree with you sometimes. All right, guys, hate to be disrespectful, but I got to get to these calls. So that means I have to show you all love with one play. All right, George, what's up, my guy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I think we're good.
Hey, I've been here. Hey, did you see me sent that super chat to in Grant's show saying that a lot of media personnel are picking the Niners to win this game? Every time people pick the Niners to win, we lose. That's why I'm like, we're sleeping on the Cowboys, and I'm like, bro, Cowboys got a better quarterback than us. I'm just hoping Kyle have a good night's sleep and stick with the running game because that's the only weakness in Dallas defense, and also throwing the deep ball against Stephon Diggs. Those are the only two weaknesses against Dallas. That's the only thing I see that you're able to exploit against that Dallas defense. They are a fast, flowing defense. They like to hunt the ball. They will jump on double moves a lot. That's what Diggs been breaking on this whole entire season. If you catch Diggs with a double move, he falls for that every single time. That's why I'm like, but Jimmy G doesn't throw deep, so that's also our weakness too, because our quarterback don't throw deep. And Dallas is going to be mainly sticking to the middle to stop him from throwing to Kittle, Deebo, and the run. So I mean, like, I'm a Niner fan. I am being cautious. I have watched the Cowboys play us before. I have seen us play Dallas before, and I have seen us when we're the favorite to beat Dallas, we lose. And I am just saying that I know I look young, but I've seen the old videos of us playing Dallas. I'm not an old person. I'm just saying I'm a young guy, but I'm just saying that when we're favored, we lose. That's why I'm like I'm being cautious. I'm still picking the Niners. I'm Niners 2-2, 100%. I'm going my Niners even if we lose. I am 100% a Niner gang all day. Bang gang, Niner gang throughout. Never gonna lose that. But all I'm saying is every Niner fan needs to be cautious because our quarterback can turn the ball over at any time. If Kyle Shanahan stick to one game plan, run the ball, and run the ball. That's pretty much it. Pretty much
Yeah,
it. Just
you're
run the
right.
ball.
They
Don't do
have to
nothing
run the
else.
hell out of the
Run the
ball.
ball.
Yes.
That's those because Dallas is a fast flowing defense. If you run down their throat, they're not able to get after Jimmy and make him make mistakes. You have to run down their throat. That's the only weakness I see. Middle, right through left and right. You get them flowing from right sideline to left sideline. They will get tired. They get exhausted. I know they got a deep D line, but also they're gonna get tired. If you just run the ball every single play, do some short passes, make sure it's wide open short pass. That's off of play action. That's the only thing that's gonna get that defense biting. If we don't do that, we will lose this game. That's all I'm saying. Kyle, stick to one game plan. Run the ball. Please run the ball. I want us to beat Dallas. I am praying to God we beat Dallas. I hate Dallas. I hate them even more than I hate Seattle. I'm sorry. I hate Dallas more than I hate Seattle. I really hate Dallas the most. They're
I
cocky.
feel it.
They're full of themselves. They think they're all that. They're not. They're not better than us in any way. They're really not America's team. I don't know where they get that name America's team because they got the star on their head. You can pretty much say every single team in the NFL is America's team. Come on, man. What make y'all America's team? Tell me that. Y'all not America's
Oh
team.
man, here we go. Here we go.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Hey, I'm gonna have to answer to that, right? Like I got like at least two Cowboy, possibly 3-4 Cowboys fans waiting backstage. So I'm gonna have to answer to that, right?
No, I'm sorry, but I don't know what makes them America's team, but it's just ridiculous. They just need to calm down. Stop calling themselves America's team. There's a lot of teams in the NFL that could be called America's team. Like for real, y'all have not been to the playoffs since Deion Sanders was wearing y'all uniform. Come on, man. Deion Sanders is a coach, and you guys have not been to the playoffs since Deion played for y'all. That is an embarrassment. Even when y'all make it, y'all have not been to the Super Bowl since Deion Sanders played for y'all. I'm sorry, I'm going after every Dallas fan in here because I don't like Dallas. I hate
feel
Dallas.
it. Hey,
I'm
before you get out of here,
Dallas
George, what's your score prediction?
I got the Niners. I'm going my Niners. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. I know it's going to be close. Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. I'm never going to sleep on Dak. I've seen Dak play, and I've seen their running game, Pollard. That dude is fast. I've seen him play, and he's really fast. So I'm pretty much saying the score is going to be around 37. It's probably going to be a shootout, in my opinion. 37-30. We win by 7.
Okay.
I just think we're going to make one play that's going to shift the momentum to us. We're going to make the big interception or the big fumble. We're probably going to make Deke fumble, and that's pretty much it. Deke is washed. I'm sorry. Dallas, I'm coming after y'all. I don't care. I'm going to be back on this channel again with my boy, and we're going to be talking about Green Bay all day long.
All right.
Roll Niners, man. I'm going to stick with it. I haven't picked the Niners. when I pick the Niners, they win. And when I pick them, we have won every single time. I picked them against the Rams, and we won. I was a little bit skeptical. Jimmy did kind of make me scared. I don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm sorry, but if Jimmy G, if he's able to do that, I'm gonna give him his props. He did good, but I'm praying to God we don't bring him back next year. I'm sorry. I'm just tired of watching that, and I'm just hoping we do not make that mistake of bringing him back because we make a big play to take us to the second round or bring us to the Super Bowl. That's a long chance. I don't know. But all I'm saying is I'm hoping we're able to beat Dallas. If we can beat Dallas and maybe lose to Green Bay, I hate Dallas. I don't care. I just hate Dallas.
You just
That's
want
the
to
one
beat
team I hate the
Dallas.
most.
Let's
Just
one
beat
week at a
Dallas.
time.
Beat
Let's
Dallas
beat
and move
Dallas.
on.
Get to the next one. All right, George.
Beat
We'll
Dallas
talk
and
next
move
week,
on.
brother.
Take care, brother.
Later, man. All right, we're gonna go to Shannon, and then we're gonna go to my guy Victor. He's been waiting. He's a Cowboys guy. I'm excited to talk to him, and we got a couple of y'all back there, so hang tight. What's up, Shannon? How are you?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, man. Oh, you're in that Niner man. Hey, can I bring you on video? You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. If you want to, it's fine.
Okay. I want to just because I want you to show off this man cave, man. People have got to see this. All right, show that baby off. Look at that. Everybody check this out. This is a man cave.
I'm a long time lurker, so let me see if I can.
Look at that, man.
Put it behind me. Move it around.
That's a man cave right there. My gosh.
So yeah,
that's dope.
That's it, baby.
I've seen it before, right? Yeah, it is right here in Tampa. Yeah, he's the
appreciate it.
He is the leader of the Niner chapter.
Yeah, I sent you
right
some
here in
pictures of
Tampa.
it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. I'll bring you back off video. I just wanted everybody to see
I'm a member.
that.
I don't want to steal it from my thunder from our president John.
Okay, all right. Well, to me, you're the guy. Like you're the guy I know.
John's thunder. He's the president of the Tampa chapter. I'm a member, but I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. So what's up, man? How you feeling about this game?
So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait for this game. Man, I'll be honest with you. It's a matter of consistency for me. I mean, I know the last game we matched up with the Rams and we fell behind, but the fact is, at the end of the day, we know the Rams. You know, we know their schemes. Once we kind of got rolling and got that confidence, you know, we started running that ball and, you know, a little bit of play action and using Deebo. But I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing I'm worried about this game, if they start taking away our run and try to put the game in Jimmy's hands, you know, that's the part that concerns me a little bit. I think a little bit of play action and stuff would help to kind of, you know, help that pass rush and those linebackers. But, you know, I just I'm more worried about, honestly, is you know, their defensive line and getting back there and getting pressure on Jimmy, and Jimmy started getting concerned about it. Again, I knew he did well against the Rams because he knows them, but I mean, I can kind of flip back to the Tennessee game, you know, and once he got rattled like that, he started forcing the ball, and that's kind of my concerns.
Yeah, for sure, man. I listen, I mean, that's it, right? Like no matter what, we know, you know, whether you are a huge Jimmy guy, not just a 49er, whatever, none of that matters. Like just be real with yourselves. Jimmy G compared to Dak, Jimmy G compared to Aaron Rodgers, Brady, any of them, right? Like he's not on that level, but that doesn't mean they can't win, right? Like the rest of the team is very good. I think top to bottom, take the quarterbacks out of it. I think the 49ers might have a better roster than any of these teams, but quarterback is the most important position, and that brings you down a notch. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. And Dallas, I always say this, anytime you have a high-powered offense, the best defense to pair with a high-powered offense is an opportunistic one. Dallas may not be the best defense. They're very opportunistic. You pair that with a high-flying offense, you can win a Super Bowl with that. We saw it with Kansas City. We saw Kansas City get there. So, yeah, it can happen for sure.
Well, one thing, at least with Dallas, and that makes me a little nervous, is, again, you know, with the Rams, we knew the scheme. So even with Cooper Kupp and having OBJ, you know, I thought our secondary did a good job. But it wasn't long ago that, again, we were playing in Tennessee. And I forget the other, not Julio Jones, the other receiver there. But, I mean, he had been gone, and he came up and he carved us up. And that's my concern. You start getting Dak, and he's able to be mobile and roll out a little bit. Either the pass interference calls, or he's rolling out and, you know, they're hitting the big play. So that's kind of my concern is, you know, they need to be able to contain him in the pocket a little bit. Bosa get pressures. I think Key and Armstead are really the focal point, keeping him contained in there so he can't roll out and put our DBs in a position where, they're holding or they're giving up some kind of pass interference, or the guys are just, breaking loose in the secondary.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the difference is, and this is what the Niners have going in their favor, they don't have to rely on Josh Norman anymore. That's huge. And so now that Josh Norman's not playing, I really believe in Ambry Thomas. I think first of all, he's a long corner. He's definitely fast. He does not have a problem keeping up with anybody. It's just once that ball's high pointed, that's where things got iffy for him. I think he's gotten that confidence, though, that can help them or help him go out and attack the ball. A lot of that is a confidence thing, and that's what I'm seeing from him. He should have that swagger now, and I think that he's going to be just fine. So not too worried about it.
I think you're right, man. I mean, honestly, the swagger piece, that's what I noticed the last game as we started kind of getting rolling and getting that confidence. I thought, in years past, Sherman or even like Quan Alexander brought that swagger, right? And I noticed last game, even though he was a little too amped up, was Greenlaw. Greenlaw a couple of times in there was picking dudes up and slamming them, but he was bringing that swagger on defense. And then you could just kind of see as they were rolling, they were feeding off one another. So I think if we do that, we can contain them. But I think the key is keeping Dak in that pocket, not to be able to extend those plays,
Yeah, for sure. No, that's definitely going to be a huge key. Absolutely. No question about it. Real quick before you finish up and I get your prediction right now. So anybody that's watching, no more calls. I've got the chat room filled with 10 people. Looks like I've got a good mix. I got a couple of Dallas Cowboy fans, so it'll be fun to talk to them. But I got a hard stop at about 10 after midnight. So I don't want to make anybody else call in and waste their time. Everybody that's in the back room right now, stay in there. I will get to all of you. Everybody else, I got to cut it off. So if you call in from this point, I'm not going to be able to take the call. I apologize. All right. Real quick before you get out of here, score prediction.
I was going 28-17. I'm going to go, I think it's going to be 27-24. I think it's going to come down. It's going to be a tight game. And I'm hoping it's going to be kind of like the last game we get down in field goal range and we win it at the last minute. Okay, and then maybe if we're lucky, maybe we'll get Deebo to go out there and stand on the. We'll get Deebo to go out there and stand on the star a little bit, and then kind of get this rivalry going again.
Hey, you know what? I think Dallas is going to be good for a while, and I think the 49ers are going to be good for a while. This could be a rivalry renewed. I'm actually really excited about it. It would be a lot of fun to get that Dallas Cowboy rivalry going again, especially for us guys that grew up in the 90s. And got to see that live. So, yeah, I'm with it, man. I hope it happens.
Well, I'll tell you this because I know you got to go, but I'll save it for another day. But I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. My best friend was Emmitt Smith's youngest brother. So I went to the 93 NFC Championship in Dallas. And then as a kid, I was always around that family. And I can tell you, I rocked my Jerry Rice jersey nonstop. And I was all around those Cowboys greats as a kid growing up. So there's nothing more than I want to see these Cowboys going down. But I do got a lot of respect for them, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to. It's a rivalry, but you got to respect them. That's a hell of a cool story. It doesn't surprise me. You've got some crazy stories. I've only known you for a little bit, and you've told me some awesome stuff. So I appreciate it, Shannon. Hopefully next week we can talk about a 49er victory. All right.
All right, brother. Sounds good. I appreciate your time.
Later. All right. Like I said, guys, no more calls. I'm taking everybody that's in the back room. Stay there, but don't call in. I've got a full chat room and I got a hard stop at 10 after 12. Obviously, I'm on the East Coast, but I appreciate everybody who has called in, everybody that stayed in the chat. It's been rocking in there. I appreciate all of you. Before I get to Victor, who's a Cowboys fan, this should be a good conversation. Forever Faithful podcast says the Red Sea is howling at Jerry. Yes. Wear red to the Cowboys game. They are going with a whiteout in Dallas. So make sure you wear your red so it shows up proper on the screen for sure. Let me give you some love, and then we'll jump over to Victor, the Cowboys. All right, Victor, I'm going to bring you on. Now, I want to make sure, be very respectful. Obviously, you're coming over to the platform. Try not to cuss. Like, we may get a little hyped or whatever, but try not to cuss too much. Just keep it respectful. Let's have a good conversation, and let's keep it rolling, brother. All right? What's up, Victor?
How's it going, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. You can bring me up on the live feed if you want to, too. Don't bother me at all.
No, it's all good, man. I just Shannon, I wanted to show off his thing. No, I appreciate you, though. So what's up, man? So Okay, let me ask you a couple questions if you don't mind, and then you can ask me some as well.
No, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so as you go into this game, obviously we know about the Cowboys offense, right? You guys are high flying, number one scoring offense. That's what you guys are going to bring to the table. Yeah. You guys create hella turnovers. That's what you guys do. What is the one thing when you look at this game? Like, what's the one thing that gives you the most confidence going into this game? And what's the one thing that gives you some moments of pause going into this game?
So in looking at this game, I was kind of like predicting where we were going to go, like who we were going to get in the playoff seeding of things. And I was actually rooting you guys on in that Rams game because I really wanted to play you guys again. I hadn't seen y'all since the 90s, so it was going to be a good matchup no matter what. Just in this household, Niners and Cowboys is a 90s tradition for us. So what I really wanted was the Niners. And I think the reason why I wanted the Niners was because I feel like the Cowboys have a lot of issues when it comes to playing quarterbacks who run the read option. And I feel like Jimmy G is more of your stereotypical pocket passer. And I feel like the team fares better when we're playing with somebody who just likes to stay in the pocket. So we just have to focus on the wide receivers and the running back and the quarterback and don't have to worry about that fourth option of is the quarterback going to run out of the pocket. Not that Jimmy G can't, just that he doesn't most of the time, right? And so I feel more comfortable and better that my defensive line will be able to get after Jimmy Garoppolo. And then, of course, what gives me pause is the way you guys have actually played against the Rams, who do have a decently high-powered offense, though Matthew Stafford, I know, is not really far from the Matthew Stafford that he was with the Detroit Lions. Still, they're a great team with a lot of great players. They've put a lot of money into that team. And so, like I said, that definitely gives me pause to see, that Jimmy G does have that switch that he can turn on. He reminds me of Romo.
Yeah.
They come from the same school. So he reminds me a little of Tony. He's got a little bit of Brett Favre in him. And when he can turn it on, he can be really good, but when he turns it off, he can be a pick machine sometimes too. So, like I said, Jimmy G being able to turn it on, then of course your defense, like I said, being smash mouth. But I feel like our defenses really line up, I think, relatively well together. I think on every single level you see that the Cowboys match up pretty well. But like I said, you guys play a lot of smash mouth football, but I feel like it's going to be a really physical game. I can definitely see some fights happening down on the field for sure. I think it's going to be a very chippy game. I don't think the refs are really going to get involved in this one. I was looking at the refs on this game too, and I feel like they play 50-50 ball, which is good. It's what I want. I want a fair game that the referees don't stick their hands in, and there's no referee fingerprints all over this game. I just want it to be played down the middle, and whoever wins, wins. No excuses across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great point that you bring up because none of us want that, right? Like you never want that. Well, what if that bad call one way or the other? Because even if your team wins, like you don't feel fully like you're not fulfilled from that win, right? So like you want to win fair and square. I love that this rivalry is getting renewed right here. I love that you guys are back in the playoffs. I really do. I think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be good for a while now. I think San Francisco is going to be good for the next little while. So we really might be able to renew this whole thing over again. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so you told me what gives you room for pause. You told me what gives you confidence. Let's talk a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys. So Zeke Elliot to me looks a little like he might be a little shot. Am I off on that? Like, what are your thoughts?
So in looking at Zeke and his body of work, I really felt like at the beginning of the season, he kind of found some type of renewed youth in his run game. But then after the knee injury and him being slowed up and then the offensive line kind of going through its turmoil, I don't know why they decided to put in Connor McGovern over Connor Williams, even though he was making penalties. I felt like the run game was better with him. But I feel like Zeke's probably coming to the end. I don't see this team maybe keeping him more past next year, maybe. I think we're probably going to try to walk away from him sometime soon, probably see Tony Pollard take over. And that's really sad, but I mean, he's been a bell cow running back and, laying it on the line all the time with the the jumps and the just hitting the line straight on. I mean, the guy's just he's worked hard, and he's gotten those 1,000-yard rushing seasons for us. And I just I feel bad that he's gone downhill, but I really think you're going to see, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of thunder and lightning. I think realistically what the Cowboys should do is they should utilize Tony Pollard, right, for his explosiveness, and then use Zeke when you need to for those tough yards to gain, those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s where he can just punch somebody in the mouth and just go and get it. But like I said, I really need Kellen Moore to be more creative with his run game, because I feel like sometimes we forget there's other ways to run except up the middle. Yeah. I feel like we need to run left and right a little bit more, because I feel like that's where our bigger plays come from when we start doing stuff like that. And I'm excited when I see them do that, because that's where those positive yards come from. So like I said, I just I'm sad that Zeke's going downhill a little bit, and like I said, maybe he finds some renewed youth in the playoffs. But yeah, no, I definitely am feeling the hurt from the fact that Zeke's not the player that he was. Because if this was 2016 Zeke, it's a different game. Yeah, it's a different game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I laugh when you said we need to run to the outside, because I've been hearing that a lot from Dallas Cowboy fans. Actually, you're making good points. So before I get you out of here, one last question. Give us that final score prediction.
So I was going over in my head, and I'm thinking to myself, what probably sounds like a good score to me is going to be a 34-23 Cowboys victory. I really feel like Trayvon Diggs is probably maybe going to get a pick, I think, in this game. I don't really see maybe like more than 1, maybe 2 picks in this game. I don't think Jimmy's going to be that off in this game. I think everyone's going to come down, focus in, knuckle up, and I think this is going to be a tough fight all the way to the end. I just think the Cowboys pull away at a certain point and, light it up with probably like it's going to look real close, like right there towards the end, and then there comes that final touchdown to just ice it up, and I think that'll be the game. And like I said, it's no disrespect to the 49ers at all. Like I said, I have great respect for the team. I don't have any respect for the media and what they're doing right now, and just lambasting us as if we didn't earn a 12-5 record. I get that, not all the teams that we played were great teams, but I mean, like I said, the Niners are 10-7 too. I mean, I think people forget that the Niners have had their struggles too. And I think if they look at this game, it's probably one of the more balanced games in the playoffs you're going to see. And I think you're going to see some really good old school football in this game. And that's what I look forward to, is just having a lot of fun at this game, and hopefully, getting ready for the next part of the playoffs and playing Tom Brady, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you being respectful. I'm glad that this rivalry is back. Maybe we can get it fully renewed. We can see this multiple times over the next few years, brother. Good luck to you guys, but not too much good luck, all right?
Good luck to you guys too, man.
All right, man, later. Hey, that was super chill, man. See, that's what it's all about, right? Like, at the end of the day, we're just fans, different teams, but it's good to talk football for sure. Let's see. Alex says this game will be a lot like the first Rams game. 49ers will overwhelm Dallas physically on the defense and then bust big plays on offense. 31-17. Okay, I could dig it. Chris Royal says, when the Niners and Cowboys are good, the NFL wins. Absolutely. Completely agree with that. I think this is the game of the weekend. I was going through it. I don't really see another game that's better than this one, to be real with you. Manila Kid says, here's 250. Appreciate you. And let's see. Actually, hold on. Manila Kid had a comment. I want to make sure that I don't miss it. Here we go. Hard for San Francisco to win. The front four can't get to Dak. Yes, absolutely. They have to pressure Dak. There's no doubt about that. Dak is a very, very good quarterback. And if you don't get to him and he sits back there, he'll pick you apart for sure. So Rodney, my guy, I know you just hopped in. I'm not going to be able to get to you, so I'm going to kick you out of the studio. Not because I don't want to talk to you, but I'm on the East Coast and I got to get out of here. And I got about 7 waiting as is. So, brother, I'm going to kick you out. You might be a Dallas Cowboy fan. If you are, you can come in next week, talk your ish if the Cowboys win. All right. Or if you're a Niner fan, just stick around, hit the like button and subscribe. Take that. All right. Let's get on to the next one. I got my guy, John Lynch. Not that John Lynch, but the John Lynch. What's up, John?
How's it
Hey, it's going good, brother.
Hey, before I get into the game, I just wanted to say, man, I wish this game was on Saturday because that would be the 27-year anniversary since that 95 NFC title game, and that would have been hella cool. And everyone talks about just the 90s. People forget that between 71 and 95, these two teams played 6 times in the NFC title game. So it's been a long time rivalry, not just the 90s.
Yeah, no, it definitely has been, brother. I know you're probably driving, you're probably working, but it is really, really hard to hear you. And so I don't know if we'll be able to make it a long call, but give me a couple quick points before you jump out.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
I got you better. Yeah, that's much better. Yes.
Okay, I was just trying to talk quiet and I didn't want to yell. I think the Niners are going to win this game similar to either the Vikings or Packers playoff game in 19. The Cowboys have the most penalized team in football. They cannot stop the run at all, and the Niners just run all over people. I think it's just going to be one of those games where we just run it down their throats. They're not going to be able to stop it, and it's not going to be like the Rams game because we're going to have K'Wan Williams back in the nickel. They're not going to have a receiver torching us like Cooper Kupp did. Our pass rush is going to get there, and we're just going to feast. I think we're going to win by 3 scores for all the reasons, and my bold prediction is Ambry Thomas is going to have 2 picks.
Damn. Okay. I like it. I like that you brought that penalty stat. That's a good one, right? Like not a lot of people are talking about that. So that's a good one. Hey, Xavier, I see that you just hopped in, brother. Same thing I just told the last guy. I'm gonna cut it off. I've got 7 guys waiting and I gotta get out. It's almost midnight over here. Appreciate you. But no,
I'm going to
that's a
take off,
great
Jesse.
point.
So
All
you
right.
can
Hey,
get to the
John,
other
I
callers,
appreciate
man.
you. We'll talk in spaces, brother.
Will do, man. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. John's a good guy, man. Yes, his real name is John Lynch. That's a fact. Actually, you know what? I just realized I don't think I gave love to you guys for your super chats on the last go round. So here you go. All right. Edgardo, you are next, my guy. You can unmute yourself real quick just to let me know that you're ready. It looks like you're muted in the back. Unmute yourself if you can, just so I know you're ready. Otherwise, I'm going to go to Darwin and I'll try to come back to you. Darwin, I can go to you if you unmute yourself in the back. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Edgardo, I'm going to come back to you. All right. So try to be ready. What's up, Darwin?
But yes, also I'm feeling like excited and nervous about the game at the same time.
Okay. What you are you a Niner fan or a Cowboy fan?
I'm a Niner fan.
Okay. All right. All right. So what's what is the thing that gets you most excited about the game and what makes you most nervous?
I would say the thing that gets me like more excited like is the running game, because like once that running game gets flowing, I think it's impossible for people to stop it, like similar to the Green Bay Packers back in 2019.
Agree with that. Yeah, that was huge, right? Okay. I like that. And Dallas has trouble stopping the run now, right? So like I'm not saying that we can go crazy like that, but I think that we can definitely run the ball on them. So I'm with you on that. What gets you nervous about this game?
I guess the one thing that worries me, like is that like Dallas like is number 1 in turnovers and Jimmy G is prone to throwing interceptions. So that is what gets me very nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely can be a disaster for sure. Yeah, it definitely can be.
Oh yeah, because at the same time, like while we are looking like the hottest team, like anything can happen in the playoffs, because at one point, like the Saints were looking like the hottest team, but the Vikings beat them. So I'm like, anything can happen.
Yeah, listen, here's the thing about the playoffs, right? Like all these teams are really good. You're not going to get any layups. Although I would argue Pittsburgh might be a little bit of a layup, right? Over in the AFC. I saw some people in the chat throwing that up. But for the most part, you're not going to get any layups once you're in the playoffs. This is a win or go home. And you got 2 teams, very different, right? Very different styles, but they've figured out a way to get it done. The 49ers are definitely hot. Dallas has the better record. Dallas has a high-flying offense. The 49ers have been able to stop the run and run the ball. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a really good game, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. But the only thing that gets me nervous is Jimmy G. Like, other than that, I think we do have one of the best rosters in the league.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Yes, absolutely.
And I think we will be the one team to beat in the playoffs.
Okay. So, all right. So let me ask you this then. I'm gonna give you two questions before you get out of here, unless you have something else that's on your mind.
Mhm.
So, two questions. One, what's your score prediction for this game? Let's start with that one. What's your score prediction?
My score prediction is gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3-point game. I'm gonna say something like 30-27 Niners.
Okay. I like that. All right. So, do you think this 49er team can and will make a run to the Super Bowl this year?
I don't know. Like, that's gonna be hard because unless we can keep a consistent run game, I don't see how we can depend on Jimmy's arm to get there.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Like he's got to beat a lot of really good quarterbacks, so that's fair. That's totally fair. I think a lot of it, just to be real, like we have to take it 1 week at a time. Who knows what health looks like, right? We could be playing a team that gets super injured, or the 49ers could be super injured. You just never know how this thing plays out. Once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. Is there anything else you wanted to get to before you get out?
Oh no, that would be all. Thank you. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Darwin. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Okay.
You too.
All right, brother. All right. Let me get to res default. It says people who think the Cowgirls will win are clowns. No, I listen. If you're a 49er fan and you think so, then yeah, maybe. No, I'm just joking. I pick against the 49ers. If I have a bad feeling about it, I'm gonna tell you who I think's gonna win. That's being real. And then the rest of them are just Cowboy fans. Like, they should be thinking that their team's gonna win. We definitely think that our team's gonna win, and no knock for them picking theirs. But I like to hear why. I always like to hear why. So let me show you some love. Edgardo, I see that you are off mute. That's perfect. Going to you next, and then Justice, I'm coming to you after that, and then Abraham, and then we'll work through the final three. All right, Edgardo, what's going on?
What's going on, Jesse? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Happy to be in the playoffs.
Aren't we all, man? Aren't we all?
Man, I just don't think it's going to be a close game for the Cowgirls. If we perform the way we can perform and the way we all think we should perform, I don't think they stay within 2 possessions with us.
Damn, you're feeling confident like that, huh?
If we run the ball and our passing our rush gets home, Dak is just going to be making mistakes left and right. He's going to try to play hero ball because they're not going to have a run game.
Yeah. I mean, you could see that happening. You could see a situation. But let me throw this out at you real quick, because this is one stat. I know when Dallas scores first, they are, I think, 9-0 this season. So I think it's key that we go down and punch them in the mouth first and kind of just show them like, hey, we're here. We're going to bring the fight to you. I think that's a big key in this game.
Absolutely. I think we need to start firing all 4 cylinders from the beginning of the game, not wait after halftime to develop the game plan.
No, we cannot fall down 17-0 to this team. No way about it. No.
And I think playoff Jennings, I think he's going to have a big game again.
I feel it, right? Like he comes out and he has a big game here after a big game last week. Like, yeah, we might have to call him playoff Jennings for sure, because that dude's clutching up.
We have so many weapons. I just don't see them. They're not going to take every weapon we have away. I mean, someone's going to ball, and I think it's Jennings.
Okay, I like it. So he's kind of your X factor on offense, huh? You think Jennings can get loose a little bit?
Yeah, I think he's a 4 for yuck, bro.
I feel it. Okay, so if I said Jennings over under 55 yards receiving? You going over or under?
Over for sure.
Okay. You think he scores?
I think he gets a touchdown in there.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it for sure. What else you got, man? What else you got? Okay, so you said that you're confident, but what's one thing that worries you about this game? Like, let's be real. There's got to be something that's got you a little bit nervous.
The only thing, Jimmy.
Hey, I think it's fair, right? Like, it's totally fair. Jimmy's definitely been turning the ball over quite a bit the last few games. Hopefully he can get over that. But yeah, Dallas is opportunistic, and Jimmy likes to give one or two away. So hopefully he don't turn it over too much, and it doesn't end up biting him in the butt if he does.
Yeah, for sure. Because our DBs, I mean, last game, most of them were on the COVID list half of the week at least. Now we're having a full DB room and more people coming in. I mean, I just think we're going to be 100% back there.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel really good about that defensive back room. Like Ambry Thomas, to me, on my Patreon. So anybody that's not subscribed to the Patreon, highly recommend you check it out. On my Patreon, I broke him down a couple times, and he's looked really, really good. Even in I think it was the Falcons game where he got mossed a couple times. If you look at him play in and play out, he wins most of those reps. There was times where it was legit, like perfect throws, and the receiver went up and made a play. Like, these guys get paid too, and we have to understand that, like, you're not going to win every single snap in and snap out, especially at DB, by far toughest position in football. But he definitely has gotten better. He's playing really well. He's playing with swagger. He's fast. He's a tall corner. Like, I'm really, really confident with Ambry Thomas right now. I really am.
That's my X factor for defense right there.
I'm with you. He's my X factor for the whole playoff run. If Ambry Thomas plays well, I think the 49ers are going to be really, really hard for any of these teams to beat.
Yeah, and we can't forget about DJ Jones, because that's where the Cowboys are a little weaker on the offensive line, right down the middle.
You're right about that. They are weak down the middle. They have trouble running up the middle. You've heard a lot of Cowboys fans talk about how they should get to the outside. That's where they do their best work. And I've even heard that their center sometimes has some trouble snapping the ball. So that's an interesting thing to look out for as well.
And we could get a sack strip on Dak Prescott, is even better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Of course.
All right, man, I'm going to let you go because I know you got a couple more people.
Absolutely. Hey, Edgardo, I appreciate it. Hopefully I hear from you next week after a Niner victory. All right, brother?
Absolutely. Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, we're going to go to you, Justice. Then Abraham. I think Justice is a Niner fan, pretty sure. And then Abraham, I think, might be a Cowboys fan. Then we got Amin, and then we got you, Jay. I think you're a Cowboy fan, it looks like. And then we're going to end on Sersky, and that'll be the end of the show. Yes, he is a Cowboys fan. Give me the thumbs up. All right, cool. All right, so Super Chat says, Sheep NL, if the 49ers are getting to the NFC Championship game, I'm just hoping that we can get a second-round pick for Jimmy. Yeah, they get to the NFC Championship and Jimmy plays well. You never know. Like, that, crazier things have happened. I'll say that. Maybe they can get a third that could escalate to a second. Maybe they flat out get a second. I don't know. We'll see. I know that Adam Peters is up for jobs, so maybe he brings him along with him. We'll see. There's a lot of possibilities out there. I think the Saints need a quarterback. Steelers, we're talking about the Steelers in the chat. They could definitely use a quarterback. So we'll see what goes on there. Let me show you some love, and then we'll get to Justice. All right, Justice, I'm going to roll over to you. What's going on, Justice?
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you, man?
Doing good, man. Just got off of work. So, it was really, when I say all my bosses are 49er fans, they are. And so, like, when the whole entire game was going on, like, every time they're going up to me and they had, like, that stupid gas grin on their face, I was like, every 2 minutes, I was like, bro, if you tell me some stupid shit right now, like I'm literally gonna throw this bag of groceries out. Like I'm literally every 2 minutes they're coming to me smiling either or like shaking their head. I'm like, bro. And then like this last moment, I was like, don't even say anything. What's going on? And like, oh, Juwan Jennings caught a touchdown. I'm like, okay, we're in it. And then they said we got the ball. I'm like, all right, we have a chance. And sure enough, I do want to give credit to Jimmy because
Yes.
he went for what was it, 86 yards. No timeouts, 85 yards. Lacerated thumb muscle. That's very hard to play with. It's very hard. It's it's in your tissue. So like it's really hard to grip the ball. So the fact that he did that with that, like, give credit to that guy, man. When we need him, he pulls it out. And he struggled. He threw an interception. The hands to the face. It's questionable call. Hopefully for Dallas game, we stick to the run. We stick to Elijah Mitchell, and we got Trey Sermon coming back too. So I kind of want to see where we're at with Trey Sermon. But also I didn't get in the ball. Ayuk, and then obviously Jennings now because coming at 10, he was a 6th round pick too. A lot of people forget that. Like this, he wasn't really high on a lot of draft boards for coming out of Tennessee. But if everybody remembers, his famous game was catching a Hail Mary touchdown pass against, I forget who he was playing, but like that's what like got him on like the national board. So he has talent, and I'm happy for him because I've been saying for a while, I'm like, wait for Juwan Jennings. I remember when everybody was sad that Emmanuel Sanders was leaving, but I was like, man, we got Juwan Jennings. We're okay. And he ended up proving it. So I'm happy Juwan is doing it, and I could see, and Deebo could throw too. So that's a good thing too. I did not know he could throw like that.
Yeah. Hey, he's 1 for 2 passing with a touchdown on the season. He's got a hell of a quarterback rating.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, it's not 118. It's not 118.0, but like we'll take it, right?
Yeah.
But like the biggest thing for Dallas, and I got a couple family members that are Dallas fans. So the biggest is probably they said they don't run to the right, they don't run to the side, they mostly run up the middle. And the offensive line is questionable sometimes. The defense is kind of horrendous against because they give up a lot of yards. Yes, Trevon Diggs got 11 interceptions, but the fact is they allow a lot of yards through the air and through the running game. So that's a huge like advantage for us because if we're able to move the ball and like control the time, we're against Jacksonville. I know Jacksonville is Jacksonville, but they just beat Indianapolis Colts. Like we got to we dominated that whole entire game. The first quarter, we took 14 minutes off the clock for the first quarter. Like if we could do that against Dallas, we have a shot. And do I think we have a shot at the Super Bowl? I don't know yet. I have to see against the Dallas game. But I'm just saying that we got Murray back. He practiced today. We got DJ Jones. You got Dre Greenlaw. You got the other linebackers coming back. We're getting back together. All we're missing is sadly Jason Verrett. It is what it is with him. It sucks that he got injured. Liddy on a non-contact injury. So
yeah.
But I'm gonna wrap up and say that I'm not gonna predict the score. I'm just gonna say just win. Let's get this W. Let's move on and and this is a classic rivalry. And so someone said earlier when the 49ers Raiders are in the playoffs too.
I know.
So like when all three of them are in the playoffs, the NFL wins because that's some great content plus Las Vegas. The Bay Area wins. We haven't had two of our teams in the playoffs since 2002. So that was last year. I think we had them in the playoffs. That was the year Tampa Bay beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl. That was the last time. So
yeah, you're right about that. It is cool to see all three of those teams in. I think the Raiders probably get beat by Cincy, but it's cool to see all those teams in for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna say that 49ers are gonna win, and I'm running with this team. We'll see how Jimmy does, and I want to see Trey get some snaps in. I want to see yes, it's playoffs, but like I want to see him get some snaps in, so we could just test the water and see what we got with him. Because if you go to like not more so of a cap like position, but like a Taysom Hill, but better, because I think that Trey Lance is a better prospect than Taysom Hill.
Oh yeah, that's not close. That's not
Yeah,
close.
so like I think that if we can make him in that position and like surprise him, we're like, oh shit, I didn't even think he was playing today. Like getting that, like surprise Dallas, I think that's a disadvantage. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. You have a good night. Have a good night, everybody, and stay safe.
All right, brother. You have a good one. Thanks for calling in. All right. Real quick, we got almost 200 of you still in here. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you guys are Niner fans. There is a Patreon link down in the description. Break down tons of film there every single week. I'm going to get to these final 4 callers. I know for sure we got one Dallas Cowboy fan in here. I got 2 Niner fans because I know these guys, but Abraham, I think you might be a Cowboy fan. So we'll bring you up real quick. We'll have a good chat and see if that's the case. What's going on, Abraham?
Hey, what up, Jesse?
How you doing?
I am not a Cowboy fan. I am
not a Cowboy fan.
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, all right.
Sorry about my voice. I just got over being sick, so if it sounds a little rough, I apologize.
No, it's all good, brother.
So I had about 4 quick little, things I want to run by you. I want to get your opinion on them.
Yeah.
So I want to start off with their record, with the Dallas Cowboys record. I really don't. I think it's overblown, their record, just because they come from a sorry division. I really don't like the only team I believe in their division that I feel that has like how do you say it, like any kind of upside would be the Eagles. But that's about it. I feel like every other team is kind of in turmoil right now that's in their division. So that's why I feel like, because they were 6-5 out of their division. So I feel like if their division was just a little more rough, that 12-5 record would not be 12-5. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the Niners record shows 10-7, but our division is also a lot harder. It's actually one, some people say it's the hardest division in football.
Oh, it definitely. I mean, no, listen, there's no debate on the hardest division in football. The 49ers, I want to say the NFC West had like 7 more wins in its division than any other division in football. And that was, over the second place. I think the NFC East had, I want to say like 17 less wins or something like that than the NFC West. So yeah, there's no doubt about that. I agree with that. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out for sure. But I do want to give Dallas credit. Like I know that team is very good. We know that offense is good, but I question, because really outside of their division, they manhandled the Eagles. Eagles are a playoff team, and they beat the Patriots. But I look up and down that schedule, and I don't see a lot of like real big wins. We know that the 49ers have 2 wins against the Rams. We know that they just beat the Bengals. They should have. I know they didn't, but they were right there owning that game on Thursday night with the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. So we know that the 49ers are battle tested and ready to go. I know that Dallas is very good as well, but we just really haven't got to see it because their division is but that being said, they can only play who's in front of them. So you have to give them some credit for that.
Yeah, I get that. You can only play your schedule and whoever's in front of you. So in a sense, I understand that. But let me bring up another thing with you. I want to see what your opinion is. So the rookie, I think it's Micah Parsons is his name, number 11.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I know a lot of people say, like, I was hearing you and Grant on his podcast, and I don't really. I mean, he worries me in the sense of Jimmy's not mobile, but I feel like it kind of reminds me of like when they first played the Bucks, where he was real kind of real confident, and I get it. I mean, he's a really good player and he's a stud. But I feel like Shanahan, I feel like he has not faced an offense like Shanahan's, where he can do a lot of movement pre-snap, where it can cause him to pause. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he will come. I feel like he might stick his, pin his ears back and go after the quarterback and miss, and there goes Mitchell. So I feel like that's where, to me, I feel like Shanahan can actually, like, I don't want to say bring him out of the game, because a guy like that is really hard to, but I feel like it can minimize his effect on the game. And I agree with what you and Grant said, where I feel like Shanahan is going to take it out of Jimmy's hands. Like, I feel like we both understand that Jimmy could, if there's a one worry in this game, it's Jimmy. It's just I don't really trust his arm, and I don't trust his arm when it's healthy. I don't trust it when his fingers hurt. And I also feel like what Shanahan might do is kind of what they're doing to Bosa in a sense, where they chip block him a lot. I feel like he hasn't also faced a tight end like Kittle, where he's real physical and really can like stick on him. So I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like he will get his plays. He'll make his imprint on the game, but I feel like it's not going to be as big as some people make it seem to be. I feel like Shanahan understands that he's him and again Diggs. Like I have a problem with their secondary as well. Well, Diggs, but I feel like Shanahan understands that, and so I feel like he's gonna try to minimize that, and I feel like they're gonna just run it down their throats. I think that's what they're gonna do with Deebo and with Mitchell. And then if we have I'm sorry, well Trent Williams he will play, so I feel like Micah Parsons will be on the right side a lot. I feel like we're pretty even matched in the sense of where I feel like we're gonna have we'll control time of possession. We'll be able to run it and limit the possessions that their offense has. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, that's got to be the game plan, right? Like the last thing you want is to turn the ball over against a high flying offense like that. And Shanahan is great at neutralizing your best player on defense. Aaron Donald has been a non-factor basically the last 6 games that they've gone against the 49ers. He doesn't even show up on film, but maybe one play a game. Parsons is really good and he's a different type of player, right? But there are things that you can do to neutralize him. I do think pre-snap that they can confuse him maybe a little bit. He's a very smart player. That shows up on film, very headsy. I call him the Deebo Samuel of defense because he can really do it all. He's fantastic. But it doesn't mean that he's not a rookie, and it doesn't mean he can't be confused. Everybody can be confused. Everybody can be thrown off their game. Kittle's an extremely good blocker, and I would not be afraid to throw Kittle out there. If you're running away from Parsons and have him hold the block, Kittle can do that. He's done it against Jordan over in what was it? Jordan over with the Saints. He's done it with Von Miller. He can hold his own. So Kittle's a very good blocker. Parsons is good, but he's a little bit more thin frame. So it's not like he's just an overpower Kittle. So that's a matchup that I like in the running game as long as they're staying away from him. And I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I think that's going to be a fun matchup. The blocking Kittle versus Parsons is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight for sure. At least between those two, because Kittle's he takes a lot of pride in his blocking. But it's gonna be a good game. I'm a huge I've been a Niner fan all my life, and the one team I have always despised. I don't want to say despised. I've just never liked is the Cowboys, just because they're America's team, quote unquote. Yeah. But one last thing I want to run by you, and then I can let you go because I know you got to get some of the callers. I feel one thing I'm kind of leaning on. I feel like that can honestly give us even an edge besides our running game is I feel like Dallas's offense hasn't been met with a defense that can punch him in the mouth. I feel like Dallas's offense is more of a finesse. They're not very. They run the ball, but like I agree with what you said with Zeke is kind of washed up. I mean, he was a good player back when he was a rookie, but after all his knee injuries and all the pounding that he's taken, I just feel like he's not very explosive anymore. And then I think their other running back, I forgot his name. But I know he's coming off an injury, right?
Pollard. He's got plantar fasciitis. I think he's gonna play. I think from what I understand is he may not practice all week, a lot like Trent Williams, but he's gonna play. So that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
I got the Cowboys fan give me a thumbs up, so that means I'm right. Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah. See, I feel like if Zeke can't get the run, I feel like we'll be able to contain Zeke, and we'll I feel like we can contain him. I don't feel like their other running back. I don't think they'll give him any carries just because he is coming off an injury. So I feel like if we can stop the run with Zeke, because I feel like that might be their primary running back to try to get the running game going, I feel like they'll probably lean more towards the pass. And so I feel like our D line, like when I was at the Rams game, and our D line was just on fire. They were putting their ears back and they were able to get after Stafford. I feel like we'll be able to do that with Dallas. I know their offensive line is pretty good. It's a decent offensive line, but it's a lot to ask to, you got to either chip block Bosa or at least, double block him. Key has been showing up. Our line has been really going after it. And so I feel like would we be able to pressure Dak? And I feel like if we could get in his face, it kind of can, help our secondary in the sense I know Thomas had that huge pick and he's been getting much better. But at the same with him, he still is a rookie as well. So I feel like he will have those mistakes. He'll get better from them. But I feel like if our D line can set, can pressure Dak and contain him when don't let him get out of the pocket, because if he gets out of the pocket, it's a problem. But I feel like our matchup with their offense and our defense of how we just came off this Rams game, I really like our odds. I feel like we can stop their run and allow Bosa, Armstead, Key, Evercom just to pin their ears back and just go after Dak.
I'll say this too. I think Azeez is coming back, Azeez Al-Shaair. So this will be the first time since week 1 that they'll have Azeez Al-Shaair, Greenlaw, and Fred Warner. You add that to the already good defensive line. That front 7 is going to be very, very good. So I don't really see Dallas being able to get off in the run game. I think for Dallas, the key for them is to just be effective with the run game. You may not see them run a lot, but you would want to see them be around like 40 yards each back. I think that would be enough for them to stay competitive. I don't see them really being able to get up over 100 yards rushing, but as long as they can run off 4 yards a clip at average, maybe 10, 12 carries each back, I think that's enough for them to feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, same here, man. I'm feeling real good about this game. We'll see how it goes. It's we can say all these things up until the game, and once the game starts,
you never know.
Exactly.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. That's the old saying. So
exactly.
All right, brother. I'm gonna get to the next one. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for having me on.
All right, man. Later.
Later.
All right, Amin, I hate to do it to you, but you're my guy. I know you'll stick around. I'm gonna get to the Cowboy fan. I want to hear his thoughts. I see him shaking his head, saying that's not the way it's gonna be. So I want to see what he has to say. If you don't mind, Amin, I appreciate it. All right, we got some stupid idiot in the chat. So let me go ahead and block them real quick. Boom. There you go. Okay. Jamaican boy, Micah is not good in coverage. Pass rush only. I disagree with that one. I definitely disagree with that one. I'll have the Cowboy fan set me straight on that, but I feel like he's kind of a jack of all trades. Like that's what Parsons brings to the table. But I appreciate the super chat. We'll get the answer right here, right after this. All right, Jay, I appreciate you hanging tight, man. I see you shaking your head in the background. Like, man, these Niner fans don't know what they're talking about. Why don't you set us straight? Let me know. Is Parsons good in coverage?
Yes, he is. He's better at rushing the passer, but yeah, he is good in coverage. Yes. Okay. I think the key is going to be on first down. If Cowboys can get San Fran in 2nd and 9, 2nd and long, 3rd and long, that's when Michael will rush and get after Jimmy G. But the key will be on first down, 2nd down, making y'all have a long way to go for the first down.
That's an intelligent take. I agree with that because you know how the Niners are. They like to get ahead of the sticks, and right. Jimmy G will convert on 3rd down if they can keep it manageable, right? It's those 3rd and longs, those 3rd and 8s, those 3rd and 9s. That's where he's going to struggle a little bit. So you're right. That's a big key to the game. I think that's a great take.
That's when D-Law and Gregory will get involved when it's 2nd and long, 3rd and long. That's a big key. And also, I think the Cowboys need to score first. Get up to a fast. I think if Dak can get out to a good start I think Cowboys are in good shape. But I don't want to see, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. No. Cowboys need to score first and get Dak off to a good start, get Cooper involved. That's when I think the Cowboys have a good chance to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Cowboys are 9-0, I think is the stat when they score first. So
Yes.
the Cowboys, if they get out in front of you, they can definitely make it a long day. So I think that's a big one. The third downs is a big one. Let me ask you this. I asked the last Cowboys fan this, so maybe you've had some time to think about it. But like, what is the one thing that gives you the most confidence, and what is the one thing that gives you the biggest pause going into this game?
Let me go with the biggest pause first. I think is our cornerback Brown against whoever is covering Deebo Samuel.
Okay,
I believe
yeah.
they might put Brown on him. I'm not sure if Diggs will. I'm not sure if Diggs will follow him. I don't know, but Brown in coverage, he doesn't turn his head. I think I don't know if they've been watching the film, but I think Deebo Samuel, y'all got
Brandon
the
Ayuk,
guy George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. Isn't that
Ayuk?
Yeah. Whoever Brown is covering, I think Jimmy G might target that guy. I don't know if it's Samuel or Ayuk, but I think we need to turn our heads when the ball's in the air. And, and I think that's a big key right there, because refs, for whatever reason, love to call us on penalties and on defense. I don't know why, but love to call us. I don't know why.
Well,
But
that's funny you say that. That's funny you say that because Tyler just said them zebras better stay out of this game.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, as far as a pause, I would say, y'all are good with the run. Cowboys are good at halftime adjustments. I believe in the first half, y'all might have a good time running the ball, but I think at halftime, making adjustments will be key too. As far as stopping y'all run game, yeah. And
No,
as far as
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I was saying as far as I'm gonna our best thing I think is our defense, rushing the passer. Yeah, our D line against y'all O line. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this because I feel like you guys have a lot of linemen. Like you guys rotate like 9 linemen in. I feel like you guys have like 4 defensive tackles you throw out there. And you have a wave of pass rushers. I feel like that's going to be helpful for you guys in stopping the run game. Is just throwing out waves of linemen. Every chance that you get.
And also, I love y'all secondary, particularly Josh Norman. I love that. I love him match up against Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, because I believe Jimmy Ward has the most interceptions. He has 2, and the rest of y'all doesn't really get that many interceptions. So I love.
No, we have not forced a lot of turnovers, but Norman's not going to be playing. So what happened was Emmanuel Mosley. So Emmanuel Mosley was our so to start the year, it was Verrett and Mosley. Verrett went down game 1. Mosley went down like a couple weeks ago, and he's been out for like 3 weeks. He came back last week and he played. So him and the rookie Ambry Thomas. So it's going to be Ambry Thomas and Mosley starting. And then K1 will be in the slot. So Josh Norman's been playing a lot of special teams, actually.
I love that because our strength is CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, and Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson's good.
Wilson has made a difference. When Gallup got hurt, Gallup, our other receiver, got hurt, but Wilson is very good. He's kind of Deebo Samuel like because he can't throw the ball. Wilson can't throw the ball.
Yeah,
but I think our receivers against y'all DBs is favors us. So, like I say, if Dak can get to a good start, the O line block well. Hope Tyron Smith is back playing good. Connor Williams plays good. I hope that goes well. I think our receivers can beat y'all DBs. Yes.
Okay. So before you get out of here, what is your score prediction?
I believe the Cowboys need to get at least 30 points. I say it's Cowboys 34, San Fran 24. I think in the fourth quarter, Cowboys will kind of pull away So it'd be like 34-24 Cowboys.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. Well, hey, like I said to the last guy, good luck, but not too much good luck. Thank you so much for coming in and being respectful. Appreciate that. And hey, by all means, if y'all win, go ahead and call in next week, and well, we'll leave Crow as Niner fans. All right.
All right, bro. All right, man.
All right, man. Later.
Good luck. Bye bye.
Those Niner fans were cool, man. They were very respectful for sure. So you gotta show them love. Jamaica Boy says the only reason that we're talking about Micah Parsons and his sacks is that his success came from doesn't mean that he's bad. Good luck with him. Yeah, listen, you're right. I mean, Kittle, Juszczyk, those guys are going to be able to help out in the run game. They're going to be able to help out in the pass game. That's the hope, right? You want to run the hell out of the ball. You want to put him in conflict. You want to wear him out through the run, and then you can go play action and take the top off. Well, kind of with Jimmy. You're not going to take the top off too much. Like let's be real. But yeah, that's the goal for sure. Hold on, I got another spammer in the chat. Get rid of them. Okay. So Tommy says in big games, Amari Cooper disappears like a fart in the wind. That was good. That was a good one, man. I appreciate that. You know what? I'll say this. I'm a big Amari Cooper guy. I think a lot of people sleep on him. The kid consistently gets over 1,000 yards. It seems like every year. Nobody ever talks about him, but he runs clean routes. Good player. I don't think he's super dynamic, but he is a good player. But I owe you guys a thank you, and then we'll get to the last two callers, Amin and Sersky, and we'll wrap this baby up. All right. If you guys are still around, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, show some love. And if you want film breakdowns, the Patreon link is down in the description. I'm going to get to my guy, Amin, and then Sersky, and that's how we're going to wrap it up. Amin, the dream. What's up, my guy?
What's up? What's up? What a crazy game on Sunday. What a crazy game. Usually, when I watch the Niners, we're up and
Hey, Amin. Hold on. Get out and get back in. I'm going to go to Sersky. You sound like a robot. Perfect. All right, Sersky, we'll go to you first. What's up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, Sersky. I'm doing good. You still riling up those Cowboys fans in the spaces or what?
Man, I got to, man. I got to shake them up a little bit.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, man. Very, very excited, for this game coming up Sunday, man. This rivalry runs deep, man. It runs real deep to, to all the 80 babies. You know what I'm saying? Me myself, I was born in 85. So, I'm pretty familiar with the rivalry between the 49ers and the Cowboys. Man, the Cowboy fans, man, they really just don't know what they got themselves into, man. Much respect to the Cowboys. They do have a good team, but me personally, I just think that we just have too much firepower for them. Kyle Shanahan, like I've been saying for the past few days, Kyle Shanahan is just a master of schematically, setting up the run game to throw defenders off guard with the pre-snap motions. We can put Deebo back there as a running back. We can use Kittle on jet sweeps. So the pre-snap motion that Kyle Shanahan uses, man, it really sets up defenders to fail. Kyle Shanahan can run 5 plays out of one formation. So even though Kyle can give you the same formation, there's always a wrinkle. And that's what I love about Kyle Shanahan, man. Kyle Shanahan can use different plays and same formations to throw the defense off guard. Basically Kyle is just setting them up to fail before the ball is even snapped. So I think the Cowboys can't stop that. I think they won't stop that. I think the only thing that we're just gonna have to watch is Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is the weak link of our offense, but at the same time, Jimmy Garoppolo can get it done when it needs to be done. Now he's been inconsistent doing that, but when he's on, he's on. So that's my only concern with the offense. If Jimmy Garoppolo can uh, play a whole game like he did in the second half in OT against the Rams, I think we will be fine. I think the running game is going to be on point. The Cowboys allowed over 100 yards against the Eagles, and the Eagles didn't play their starters. So that's something to to look out for. I think the Cowboys won't be able to stop our running game due to the fact that we have Elijah Mitchell, we have Jeff Wilson Jr. If Kyle's put him in, Sermon is back. If Kyle puts Sermon out there, I think Sermon would do well. As well as Deebo Samuel coming out the backfield. So my only concern on the offense is Jimmy Garoppolo can keep the ball away from Diggs, don't make boneheaded mistakes. Do what he did in the second half in OT against the Rams. I think we'll be fine. On the defensive side of the ball, with Aziz coming back and Fred Warner, Zeke is not going to have a good day. I don't think Pollard will have a good day. I think our run defense has been at its best since 2019. Our run game has been stout. We've held a lot of teams under 100 yards rushing. So I think our defense our defensive run game is going to play phenomenal. What we're going to have to do is get home with the defensive line. We're going to have to make Dak uncomfortable throughout the whole game. Our defensive line is hot right now. We've been playing magnificent defensive football these past several games. Arden Key is getting home. Armstead is getting home. Jordan Willis is getting home. DJ Jones is getting home. Bosa is getting home. Ebicom is getting home. All of those guys have had sacks this season. So if we can just get home, on important downs, I think Dak is going to have a long day. I think Ambry Thomas is going to be fine. Ambry Thomas has been progressing each and every game. He sealed the game for us with the interception in the Rams game. And Mosley, I'm not really worried about Mosley. Mosley does give up a few plays, but most of the time Mosley plays top-notch defense. Jimmy Ward and Tart, I have no worries about Jimmy Ward and Tart. Tart helps you in the run game. Tart helps you with deep balls, as well as Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward will not let you beat him deep. So going into this game, I think we have the upper hand due to the fact that we have weapons on the offensive side of the ball as the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be a good game. It's not going to be a blowout. Cowboys going to get their punches in. If we can go ahead and get up on them early, and keep our foot on their neck, I don't think they'll be able to come out with the victory. So I'm feeling real good about this game. This is the team I wanted going into the playoffs, because I feel that this team, I think we can go ahead and dominate and get to the next round. Who will play in the next round, I don't know, but at the same time, I'm taking this one step at a time. We'll deal with that when we cross that bridge. But right now, we just need to focus on the Cowboys. And as of right now, I'm feeling really good about this game, man.
It'll be Green Bay. It'll be Green Bay round 2 if the 49ers make it, unless the Eagles somehow beat Tampa Bay. That's the only way we don't play Green Bay. So yeah, it'll be Green Bay. I'm with you, Sersky. I think everything you said is on point. Obviously, I respect you. You always come with the knowledge. Let these people know where they can find your channel at real quick before you hop out of here.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man, you catch me at Real Talk, Niner Talk, man, hosted by Don Q, man, me, Sersky, Silverado Kev, Cousin Dave, the OG, and Juju the Great. We're on 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time. Catch us on Wednesdays, man. You can also catch us. We do pre-games now on Saturdays. I believe it's 12 Eastern Time, 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Central Time. You can catch us on Saturdays as well. We talk about pre-game discussions before the actual game on Sunday. So yeah, Real Talk, Niner Talk. That's Real Talk, and then 9' Talk. Catches, man. We spit the knowledge, man. We may say some things that you like. We may say some things that you don't like, but we just keep it real with you because we want you to hear the truth, and we love y'all. Thank you for having me on, Jesse, man. Salute to your channel, Last Second Sports, man. You have a great podcast. I love it. Every time you on, man, every chance I get, I try to get on and chat with you, man. Talk 49er football, and I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Absolutely, Sirski. We'll talk in spaces. All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
Later, man.
All right, later.
All right. George hit me with the super chat. I can't find it right now, but he said, good show. I appreciate you, George. Let me throw this your way, and then we'll get to Amin, and we'll wrap this baby up. Man, these spammers are coming in tough. Aren't they? Gee, many Christmas. My gosh. Jeez. Ugh. All right. We'll get to you, me and the dream. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I got them blocked. We're good. John, I'm gonna wrap it up with Amin, my guy. So here's the thing, John. We do this show every Wednesday. 10 Eastern is when we start. We go for about 2.5 hours. I know this is the second time you've caught us at the very end for, I know you probably work or whatever. But try to get in, if you can, earlier in the show. Hopefully the Niners are coming off of victory and we can get to you next week. All right, brother? All right, Amin, let's wrap it up, baby.
What's up?
What's up?
Crazy game on Sunday. Definitely exciting to not see the Niners winning that one, especially after they punted the ball with 1:57 left. I was like, okay, game's over. Kyle Shanahan just sold the game. The game's over. We're not getting the ball back. We're not scoring a touchdown. But then we did it. We won that game. We pulled it out. That was crazy.
You still sound like a robot a little bit. I mean, are you using like a different setup? Like, what's up?
I have no clue why you can't hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear him. He just sounds like. Is it just me? Like, does he sound like a robot to anybody else? Tell me in the chat. Robot. Yeah. Robot. Yeah, he definitely does. Let's see if he can pop back in real quick, and then we'll be good to go. Let's see. John J, if you're still paying attention, I think Amin's is messed up, so you can call back in, and I can finish up with you, brother. I'll give you guys a second to figure it out. Golly, you spammers. You're all getting blocked. I definitely need to get some admins in the chat. Matthew, I owe you a wrench. Anybody else that wants to be an admin, let me know because I need a few of y'all. It's getting crazy in here. It's hard to keep up with it all. But I will say this. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in, like always, showing the love. Even the Cowboys fans, you guys came in here, were very respectful, had some good back and forth. Make sure that you guys, all right, Tommy, I got you. John Jay, I'm going to get to you in a second. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I'm going to finish up with John Jay because Amin couldn't get in. And Tommy, yes, I'll get you a wrench, my guy. I'll get you a wrench. Requirements. Bro, just when you're here, shut people down. Don't be an a-hole to people because everybody's here to subscribe and just shut stuff down when it gets out of hand. That's all you got to do. That's the requirement. And be a 49er fan. That's it. All right. John Jay, what's up, my guy?
What's up, Jesse? How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Just busy. Grinding.
I feel it, man. Your channel's starting on the uptick. I like some of the changes you made over there with your intro and stuff, man. Good to see.
Yeah, thanks very much for that. My boy CG Ruthless told me to check you out. He's a good dude. He talks a lot of great things about you. So I said to myself, let me go call in, say, what's up, and talk some 49er football.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, let's do it, man. So let me ask you this. What's for you, like what is I've been asking this all night. Like what's one thing that you're confident in as the 49ers enter the playoffs? And what is one thing that you are worried about as the 49ers enter the playoffs?
Well, one thing that I'm very, I think I'm confident as a 49er fan is that after we won against Los Angeles, I think that the Niners have a bit of momentum. It doesn't mean, just because we beat the Rams that, we're going to go through the playoffs and win every game. But I do feel with the momentum, I think the players, they got some momentum. They feel that they can beat anybody. So I think by winning the game, I think the Niners feel that they can compete. They can beat the Cowboys. One thing that does worry me is Kyle Shanahan, how he, does his play calling. I probably maybe a little bit nicer to Jimmy Garoppolo, even though I'm not a big fan of him. He did screw up in the first half. It drove me nuts. But for whatever the reason in the second half, whatever Garoppolo does or whatever adjustment Kyle does, he looks pretty good. And no matter what, we saw on Sunday, all I can say is that if Garoppolo somehow, just plays well, just manages the game, be efficient, I think the Niners offense with Deebo, Elijah Mitchell, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and CG's boy Jawan Jennings, and hopefully Trent Williams comes back. On the defensive side, I've always said, Nick Bosa, I think the best player. I think defensive player. I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Bosa, but and then if our secondary just plays pretty good, I think the Niners have a good possibility. But back to the question, Kyle and Jimmy, every game always concern me when it comes to the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because Kyle can be the greatest asset to this team. And when I compare him to other coaches, like just schematically, I feel good about it. I always feel good about that Kyle matchup. But then it's like sometimes, man, he's just I feel like it's like anybody, right? You go in, you have an off day at work. Or you think of like the NBA, you've got 3-point shooters, and maybe they're, Steph Curry's not feeling it that night or whatever. That's the way I feel like with Kyle. Like he goes through these spurts where he's just not fully in his bag. When he's in his bag, they're unstoppable. But sometimes he's not in his bag, and when that happens, it definitely can hurt the team. And so I am curious to see how he plays through that for sure, or coaches through that rather. I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be on too long. I know you've been on for a long time. I wanted to say a while ago, the situation that happened to you. I'm glad you're back on YouTube, man.
Thank you, man.
Even though I'm not the biggest fan of yours, I can always say you always have some good points, and even 49er fans disagree, man. I like your channel. I like what you do, man. And I wanted to say that, as a person who, from the Bay Area who loves this team so much, it's great to see fans from outside of California. So I wanted to say that. Thanks, man, for having me on.
Hey, John Jay, I appreciate you. Tell people in the chat how they can find your channel.
Yeah, so my name is John Jay with no H. That's my real name. That's what my parents named me. I have the channel called 49ers Ultimate Report. I just talk 49ers football, and that's what I do. I love the 49ers. If you guys want to check it out, if you guys like it, you can subscribe. I have a different view on how I look at my team. I'm very different than everybody. But thanks very much for letting me shout out my channel, man.
Absolutely, brother. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, later. All right, let me pull this overlay away. Let me wrap this baby up. I'm gonna need Jesse to put some respect on Jonathan Compton's name before the episode's over. I put respect on your name, Tom Compton. Absolutely. He's actually played relatively well. Not gonna give him any hate here. JC, appreciate you. I don't even know you, and no explanation needed. If you're reading this, bloggers get it, like this guy. For real though. Hey, JC, appreciate you for tuning in. All you Cowboys fans, appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. Come back in, win, lose, or draw. Come back in, either eat crow or make us eat crow next week. Would love to see you guys around. And you Cowboys fans, tune in. I've got a co-host who's a Lions fan. Tomorrow night, we're going to do our full NFL show. You may like what he has to say. So with that being said, keep around here. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Guys, thanks for sticking with me for an hour on Grant Show, almost 3 hours over here. I love each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. And until tomorrow night.